going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Antstroworld Live. So today we're going to be reviewing NXT Vengeance Day and AEW Grand Slam Australia. Then afterwards, we're going to be talking about the state of AEW. So basically, what things AEW is doing good now and things that AEW is doing bad in, just the overall state of the company. But before I begin, I got some guests with me here today. They want to introduce themselves, starting out with Cam.
What's up, guys? I'm Cam. You may know me, you may not. What's up, guys? I'm Cam. You may know me, you may not. You can catch me pretty much every, basically, you can catch me pretty much daily over on the Rated M YouTube channel run by Mo, where me and Chris handle watch-alongs for the weekly shows. So Monday through Friday, we're on there, and then Thursdays where we come together for the big pod. And then Thursdays where we come together for the big pod. Myself, Mo, Lewis, and Chris. So if that interests you, you can check me out over there. Also, if you are an AW fan and you want my thoughts on what happens on AW Dynamite each night, you can catch me over in the Big Fight Fuel YouTube channel over with my good friend Joseph Collin. Because me and him review Dynamite. We've been reviewing Dynamite. We've been talking to AW reviewing Dynamite since 2021. So if that interests you, you can check that out. Also, if you are a Philadelphia 76ers fan or a Miami Dolphins fan, hit that channel up as well because he provides great analysis going on over there. So yeah, if that interests you, make sure you check those two things out.
So yes, sir. Anybody else want to introduce themselves? I know everybody else here is regulars.
You already know. DSJ, aka aka your Jeopardy champion. Follow me on my platforms at who is DZ underscore YT. If you want to see 2K content or wrestling content, my socials should be popping up. I don't know why, but yeah. Yes, I see you, mugging. I see you. Don't worry about it. I see you.
It's your boy Deontay. Follow my Instagram and TikTok at 404_D. DZ. I gave you a challenge not too long ago. You still haven't answered on a date on where we're gonna do this. So, man, we need your answer soon, man, because I need my rematch, and I know I'm getting that ass. So, pause. But yeah, I need my rematch, man.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
It's in the works. It's in the works, everybody. It's in the works. All right. Anybody else want to introduce themselves before we get going here?
Mr. Supreme. We got this Supreme
GTA in the background.
I got some content coming soon. WWE 2K25 videos coming up soon. We're gonna talk about the Vengeance Day, Grand Slam, and what's next for AEW, I guess. You can follow me on YouTube, AC Supreme 30, TikTok, Smooth Guy 100 for more updates. Let's get rolling.
All right. Let's get this shit going. So, for starters, we're going to talk about the shows. So, the two shows that happened this past Saturday, NXT Vengeance Day and AEW Grand Slam Australia. So, I only saw Vengeance Day. I did not really see Grand Slam. So, let's talk about Vengeance Day first, then we'll get to Grand Slam. So, like I always ask everybody when we review shows, how do we think of Vengeance Day as an overall show?
If you want me to be honest, I only seen like 3 matches. So yeah.
This was a scenario to me anyway, where it was a lot better, where the show was a lot better than it was on paper. On paper, this is one of the worst NXT cards they've ever done. Yeah, it's one of the worst NXT cards they've ever done on paper. But I thought the show ended up exceeding my expectations in a way because the show was a lot better. The show was a lot better, like airing than it was on paper. If that makes sense. The crowd than it was on paper. If that makes sense. The crowd was really hot for it, which reminds me of those old takeover shows. Which reminds me of those old takeover shows where you had a really hot crowd where those old takeover shows benefited from having a really hot crowd. The crowd in DC, the crowd in DC brought it. I thought it was a great crowd in DC. And again, the matches ended up surprising me with how good they were because on paper this was a show I was not really looking forward to, but this was a show that I thought delivered. So I thought it was a good show.
I feel like with this show, they just pretty much follow up on the momentum they've been having for the past couple months. Um, Cam said, on paper, it's not too exciting, but every match delivered. I feel like a lot more it was certain matches that the winner that I thought was gonna win didn't. I'm gonna get to that later, but I feel like from the match quality to the moments to the end of the show, I feel like it was just a way to kind of like to top, not say top, but just right off the middle that they've been having the past 4 months. I'll say that. So yeah,
I was definitely shocked about the finish on Eddie Thorpe and Trick. I honestly thought Trick was going to win. And look, no disrespect to Eddie Thorpe, but I really don't know him. One and two, I just really haven't got into his character.
I agree. He's lacking in character work heavily. Like I know Eddie Thorpe because he used to go at Carl Fredericks in New Japan, but
I do remember him. I do remember Carl Fredericks.
it's just he lacks like a character. He lacks identity. Like he's really good. He's solid in ring, but like identity wise, like he's very lackluster.
The triple threat match was better. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, easily. That
yeah.
I think that had to be a match of the night, like one of the matches of the night. That was really good.
That's completely different, and it might be something that y'all would not expect. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I thought I was going to see the turn, but from what I've heard, they're still going to be a tag team. Like the shit.
That's bullshit.
It's bogus, bro.
I think everyone needs to stop believing.
You really tease something like that just for them to still.
But they've been teasing this shit for the longest. But
or like months now. Like
they've been teasing this shit for a year. They really don't get this shit over with. My God.
They've literally done it for a year now.
Your boy, Bald Man Hunter, man, he never fails. Man.
Chris, what's that nickname you give Triple H?
CTE.
CTE, yeah, Mr.
CTE. Oh God,
that's him. That is him.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Triple H it's not really Triple H because this is NXT, it's HBK, but Triple H has been having some questionable booking decisions as of late.
Yeah, but to be honest, I heard he booked that match specifically. Sean was going to do the turn, but Triple H stepped in and booked the match.
Sean's just a cross-eyed fuckface.
Hey, respect HBK. He's been cooking some, some good things.
It's only like I'll say this. There's only one match that surprised me in the result. I knew Trick was losing just because he's on the way to the main roster, and we all know when they going up, they always lose the big matches.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't watch the Trick match. I wasn't interested, so I switched it off until the match was over.
Now, one match that shocked me was Javon Evans losing to Ethan Page.
Yeah,
I thought Javon was going to win.
That match.
I thought he was going to win. But I feel like they're building this adversity storyline for Javon Evans so he could finally get like his big win for a title. That's why I think they're going with this direction. I think they're going to keep having Ethan Page be, the top guy over Javon Evans, but then Javon Evans is finally going to get that big win leading to him winning a title in the future. It was a solid match. It was a solid match.
That's perfectly fine with me if they are doing with Javon. I just want to say, every time I see Javon Evans on TV, I just have a big ass smile on my face. It's gonna sound like I'm glazing. I'm not gonna believe. I've been watching this dude wrestle since 2022, back in the Durham Armory for DPW because I still go to those shows when they run North Carolina. Folks, I don't know why the hell you running other states, my guy. Stick your ass in NC. Fuck them other states. Stick your ass in. But no, I legit been watching this guy since 2022. I've seen him grown so. I've seen him grown so much. Every time I see him, I just have a big ass smile on my face because I was at the last ever indie show he worked. I was at the last DPW show he worked, and then I was at the show and then I was at the show in Jackson, and then I was at the show in Jacksonville where Steve Corino handed him his NXT contract and handed him his and handed him like the NXT jacket. Like every time I see Javon Evans, I just got a big ass smile on my face, man. I
Yeah,
love that. I'm very happy for
I've
him.
been knowing
I'm
him
very
since
happy for him.
2022 as well.
Jay
If y'all heard of the
Jay
show Battle
Malachi.
Slam, yeah, it's a show called Battle Slam. They were having the shows in Atlanta, and shout out my friends Chevy and TK. They had went to Battle Slam with me, and yeah, he was known as Jay Malachi still. Yeah, yeah.
Hooper.
Shout out to Javon Evans. I always thought he was a hooper.
One
Props to him.
match that I'm very happy about was the opening match. As you can tell.
Go ahead and glaze, man. Go ahead and glaze,
yeah.
man.
my
I ain't gonna lie.
Can't even get mad at you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Remember how I said that my match of the night was gonna be that's my match of the night.
That was my match of the night. That was my match of the night.
I went back and looked at it. Stephanie, I'm sorry. When it comes to the whole WWE company, I'm sorry. Stephanie Valkyrie is a top 5 women's wrestler.
Cook, bro.
Literally.
That real
I'd
rap
say
right
so.
there.
I'd say
Great
so.
in ring. In my opinion, probably top 5 in the world today, bro. Top 5 in
Yeah.
the world
Oh.
today. She's a hooper. She is a certified hooper. Like, you see how she could go on that ring. High flying, technical, striking, all that shit. She's versatile. Very versatile. I'm glad she won that North American title. Like, she
It
got
was well deserved. It was well deserved, definitely. And
It
I
shocked
really
me how fast she won it. But
Mm-hmm.
I hope she holds that title for a good minute. 'Cause I
I
don't.
don't think she will.
Stephanie McCare better get ready to learn Kalani Jordan. She better get ready to learn how to speak Kalani Jordan real soon.
Kalani Jordan ain't gonna be. There's no like. Look at Kalani. No, there's no way.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that happening.
I want to
Okay.
slow burn heel turn with her, like the same way Roxanne Perez turned heel last year. That's the way they're doing it with Kalani Jordan. They're doing the slow burn heel turn with her. She better
Yeah,
get
it's
ready to
coming.
learn Stephanie
It's
McCare.
definitely coming.
I mean, it's potential, but I see somebody like Zaria probably beating Stephanie for that North American title.
I can't get into her either, man. Like,
If anyone, I think it'll
Isn't
be
she like in a tag team with Soruka right now?
yes.
Speaking of that, Sol Ruka could be Stephanie. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that whatsoever.
Haruka
Yeah,
should have been had a
Soruka is
title
so
though, bro.
Mhm.
Well, the injury held her back a good bit, but yeah, I thought they was gonna build her up to get the title, but they got her in this little tag team with Zarya, and I can't get into Zarya's character either. So,
Like I
I
know
don't think-
she's like Delta. Wasn't she in like TNA Impact for a little bit?
German
I
indie
don't
theaters.
think so.
Something
I
like
don't know
that.
why.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with
Somewhere.
her, but like I've seen her a little bit in NXT. I like her work. She's solid. But nah, back to Stephanie, bro. The future.
all right.
Like I've never really liked a wrestler this quickly ever. Like it took me some time to like a wrestler, but like with Stephanie is just crazy. Like she's amazing in the ring. Like she's good. She's the future. Future indeed.
Drew said in a comment, literally, like her stock definitely rose in that Mercedes match at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Because I heard of her before, like a couple years ago, but I didn't really start getting hit to her till like 2023, 2024, and this was the match where I'm like, oh shit, she could go. Like, where's the attention towards her? Like, people need to start like focusing on her. Like, she is a certified wrestler. Like, she's so good. Like,
Yeah, I'm glad she went into WWE instead of AEW, in my opinion, because she would have been lost in the shuffle, basically.
literally be lost in the shuffle, which we're gonna get to later. But
One match I got to talk about is the main event, the Fatal 4-Way. Look, in my opinion, it was a good match, but Bailey, I have to talk about you right now, man.
yeah, we gotta have some uncomfortable conversations about Bailey. Like, as much as it sucks.
Oh boy.
Let me know
What's wrong with
something.
Bailey?
Let me know something, Deontay. Let me know something.
I'm gonna be honest. She looked sloppy in that match. Like she botched hella moves in that match.
No, but it's wild when Cora was so much better than you in that match. And Cora's not that. incredible for an indie wrestler.
So
Honestly, yeah, like she did have she did have a little bit of an off night. Like, yeah, she was messing up some cues and stuff like that. But at the same time, too, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because the day before she was in the NBA All Star Celebrity Game. I mean, she didn't really do that
Sure.
much during that, but who knows? Feel like it's an off night. Everybody has an off night, but I don't know. But yeah, that main event, they cooked in that main event. Julia's a hooper, Roxanne's a hooper. Everybody in that match
Oh, for
went.
sure.
I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
well, besides Bailey, you know, because obviously, but everybody like they put in some work. It was a solid main
Y'all,
event.
y'all think about the main event. I'll tell y'all what shocked me. I triple threat match right there, bro. You know that triple threat match right there. I ain't seen Austin Theory hoop like this since 2022. You know,
Yep.
bro, that game series right
Yeah.
there.
hey, hey, hey,
That
hey,
game
hey,
series
hey,
in 2022,
hey,
bro, he ain't
hey,
go too,
hey,
bro, he ain't go too
hey,
crazy. He ain't go too crazy. But Theory had a nice little stat line, bro. Theory had like a solid, Theory for like the season been averaging like 12
That's
points and like
right.
40% shooting. But this game, hey, oh my God, this man had like 25. This man had like 23, 5 and 5. He was getting to the free throw line. He was getting to the free throw line. He was getting to the basket. He had some nice turnaround jumpers. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. This man hit like two threes in the fourth quarter that helped change the game. In a close game, he helped change. I was like, hold on, wait a minute, Terry. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I was
that
like, are you sure
I
that
don't
this is
understand. I don't
2025?
understand the hate about Theory as well. Like Theory has always been a hooper, and so I'm
I
like,
fuck with
when I'm
Austin
looking at
Theory.
this match, I'm like, I'm used to this shit from Theory. Like they put
Like
on a fucking banger. Like
I know for a little bit of time, like they weren't showcasing Theory to the fullest potential, but like after this match, he's back. I think he's back.
Yes.
Honestly, they gotta give him the keys. They gotta give him the keys and let him ride it. Like that man Theory
But
should be getting pushed.
I've always thought Theory was one of the future pieces for the company.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they just got to have a direction for him.
He should. I think he should
Mr.
stay in
PT
NXT.
needs
That
to know
man
what
should
the
not.
fuck to do with him.
I think he should stay in NXT. I've said this before at Austin Theory, and I'll say it again. Either he should stay in NXT, or I hate to be like this, I really do, because I don't want anybody to lose their job at all. But with Theory, I've said Theory should go the Drew McIntyre route because it's clear to me that WWE just kind of like don't have anything like for him right now. Like they don't really know how to use them. So like if you go, so like either keep him in NXT, or when your contract leaves, go the Drew McIntyre route. Leave WWE and just build your name up on the indie scene and let people know. Yeah, I'm that good. I'm that good. Like I was the Evolve champion at like 21 for a reason. I'm that good. Like have Theory, like have him like he's only like 26, 27 too, so he's got time. Like
They're
leave
still young.
WWE. Yeah, like leave
Yeah.
WWE, build your name
He
up on
still
the
has
indie
plenty of
scene,
time.
and then WWE will come calling back for him. Like
I wouldn't
I said,
mind.
I think
Look,
Theory
I
should be
wouldn't
in
mind him going to
WWE.
TNA. In my opinion, I feel like TNA would be a great fit for Theory.
Literally.
Absolutely.
Because they're losing people
Absolutely.
like Josh Alexander. They're losing Mike Bailey, people like that. They need
Mhm.
somebody else. They need a new men's star. And Austin Theory is a perfect star to be in TNA. To me, he's a future TNA world champion. I could see it.
I honestly,
I think
you
you would
start,
carry
you
it.
start, you start, you start with him. Put him straight in the X division.
Mm.
Put him straight in the X division.
Start off there, get his feet wet a little bit in the company, then build his way up to the world championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, NXT Vengeance Day, if I had to get it a rating out of 10, 10 being a really great show, 1 being the worst show of all time, I'm going to say 8. It was a solid show. My favorite match, obviously, was the Stephanie Bakura versus Fallon Henley match. And the triple threat, Obafemi, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. Anybody else got anything else to say before we move on to Grand Slam, Australia?
The Nexus, not Nexus. Those people.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Rush that.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
to talk about that one group. We
That
don't got
one
to.
group.
We don't got a name for them yet. This is what I've been calling them, bro. I said this in my chat. The Shield, nah, the Blockade, bro. They're the Blockade right now. They came in
block.
last year with the mask and everything,
They really
stomping out
did.
Oba,
They
stomping
really
out.
did a pop-up shield.
Nah,
That
I ain't
shit
gonna
was
lie.
crazy.
Look, I'm gonna cut nobody off, but look, I'm saying this right. I've been on Lucky Ali since DPW, and I'm
That was
so
what I
glad
said.
that
That's
he's
what I was
he
about to
finally
mention. That's
debuted,
what I
bro.
was about. That's
Cause
what I was
bro, I've
about to
been
mention.
waiting on it,
This
bro.
nigga Drew said the five below
Bro,
shield.
like, like,
That's what I was
like,
waiting on, bro. I love Lucky Ali, bro. I was
like,
waiting for somebody to
like,
mention
I
that.
ain't gonna like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, we comes to him, Javon Evans, Bojack. Those my DPW guys. So I was so happy to see him finally debut on the main roster. Well, not roster, NXT.
Demon. Lucky Ali is a demon. That man is a demon. Oh, love
Bro,
Lucky Ali.
there's one match I forgot to talk about. It was the tag team match, bro. Like Fraxium,
Oh,
we gotta have a
hey,
conversation about
hey,
Fraxium, bro.
that tag
Fraxium.
team match cooked. I forgot all about that
I
match.
forgot to mention it, bro. I moved too fast, bro. My bad. But yo, Fraxium, we gotta have conversations about them being one of the best tag teams in the world today. Because literally, they were a makeshift tag team thrown together at the last second, and
Every
they've
match
been.
they've had, they've cooked. They made
Mm-hmm.
sure they made a mark on that match. That was Josh Briggs' best match in the company.
Oh, they
I'm
made Josh
sorry.
Briggs look like $1,000,000 in that match.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know who other dude was, but he was nice too. Yeah.
I hate that he's not under contract in WWE because he's on excursion here from nowhere. Like he's on excursion here from nowhere. But I hate he's not under WWE contract full time because I like that dude. I like that Japanese dude. I
What's
do.
his name,
But
Inamura?
yeah, he's only here. Yeah, he's only here because he's on excursion from nowhere.
Yeah, like the working
The Japanese,
relationship or
the
whatever.
Japanese companies will send people here to the states on excursion. So that's why he's
See,
here. But
the thing about Fraxium is I feel like they're the tag team that needs to boost up the tag team division up in the main roster, but at the same time, scared for them to go to the main roster.
Me too. Because at this
Because,
point,
like
I
I said,
really feel like they're ready for the main roster. Like they should drop the NXT tag titles and go up or get called up. But with how the tag team division is nowadays and how they're being utilized, how there's barely no tag team championship matches on pay per views, I'm kind of scared. I'm scared.
Yeah, it's not going to end well for them.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of scared. But
because you don't really see the tag, especially on Raw. I don't
I think they,
understand. Yeah,
Axiom
when it
might
comes
have.
to Raw and tag teams, it's like
the Raw tag team division is so weak, bro. All we see is American Made, Viking Raiders, New Day. Like, don't get me wrong, New Day's killing it right now. All the teams are
No,
killing
they're
it, but
not.
it's just New Day is having a good run as a heel, bro. I liking their heel work.
Their
They're
run's
doing
been
better.
stellar.
I be forgetting the fucking War Raiders are the tag champs.
Yeah,
Literally, like
that's what I'm saying. It's just like the tag team division on Raw is just very like weak. Like, there's only 3 teams that are like prominent. Everything else is like, okay, what else is there? Just 3 teams.
yeah,
We
I'm
need
not.
more competition.
we don't know what the Judgment Day is doing right now.
Yeah,
They're not Judgment Day. They're called the
Judgment Day are all over the place right now.
Then
Now, when it,
the LWO, they're in a little mini feud with the New Day, which I don't think that shit is going to be good at all.
that shit ain't moving the needle at all. I'm
when it
sorry,
comes,
but
Not impressed.
when
yeah,
it
that
comes to
shit.
Dragon Lee deserves better.
Why is he in a fucking faction, bro? Just let him be a
Dragon Lee deserves
star.
better.
Because it's all Triple H seats if you are a
Dragon
match
Lee should
all
be on
being quick.
Dragon Lee should be on SmackDown, bro. Especially for that mid card division. They need as many people, bro.
Would be higher. I'm just saying.
Wait, what'd you say, Chris?
I said Dragon Lee versus Penta just because.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H would.
We will get that. We will definitely get that post Mania season. I see that
I,
happening.
when it comes to Fraxium, how they're fair on the main roster, I think Nathan Frazier will be fine because I think Nathan Frazier will be fine on the main roster because I'm almost confident that he's going to have the backing of Seth Rollins. That he's going to have the backing of Seth Rollins. He's a Seth dude. So,
That's true.
I think he'll be fine on the main roster because I think Seth will be back him because I think Seth will be going to bat for him. Axiom, I'm worried about. I'm worried about Axiom. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm worried about Axiom. Look,
That's yeah, you are right. Because for those who don't know, Nathan Frazier was trained by Seth Rollins, so he'll probably be okay on the main roster. But Axiom, I don't know. I don't know.
Axiom will be in LWO or
Yeah,
something like that.
either LWO or he'll be put on main event. And yeah, I hope they
Or
don't split
Santos Escobar.
Fraxium. I hope they don't split them up. They need to stay a tag team. They're one of the best tag teams in the world today. I don't care what anybody says. Like
They have to stay a tag team.
top five, top three, either or.
Amazing.
Mr.
They're
Hey,
amazing.
Mr. CTE, man. Like, hey.
Told you
Hey.
Triple H sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what he's cooking on for this Mania season. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it ain't looking too good right now.
I'm not excited for it. If y'all seen the little plans currently, they're talking about fucking Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Mind you,
Karrion Kross, Sami Zayn deserves better.
bro, first of all, Karrion Kross has not had a singles match since July of 2024.
That is
Because he's
egregious.
not good. I don't know why people keep thinking he's
This
good.
is egregious.
And look, I understand the whole story with Karrion Kross. Like every time he does something or talks to somebody, they turn heel, yada yada yada. This I understand that. If y'all gonna have a story around that, at least try to build him up a little bit. Y'all try to do that whole Final Testament bullshit. And the tag team AOP, they not even with the fucking company no more.
They're gone. They got
Because
released.
he's not a good.
They're
He's
gone.
not a good wrestler. That's why he's not good.
Wait, who?
Karrion Kross. I don't know why people keep caping for him. He's not a good wrestler.
You know, Karrion Kross, good trust.
He's
You have
solid.
He's cool, but
yeah,
like,
Yeah, he's
if you're gonna do something with him, do something with him. Yes, that shit sounds mid as fuck, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I'm not gonna even hold you because I understand they're doing Zayn and KO at Elimination Chamber unsanctioned match. That's gonna be a fucking banger. But
They should
why
have
are we
another match.
gonna down? Yeah, they should have another match if anything with an even bigger stipulation. Like just downgrading the Zayn versus Cross. Like I understand there's a story there, but at the same time, what are
I'm
we
not
doing?
gonna lie. At Mania, bro, really, in my opinion, the unsanctioned match is cool, but you have the last match at Mania. Either make it a steel cage or Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
Because that rivalry is meant for something like that. Like, this is a 20+ year friendship. Like, I'm sorry. In my opinion, when it comes to Sammy and KO, in my opinion, this is a top 5, top 10 rivalry I've seen in my entire life. Like, I've seen this shit in ROH, down in NXT, and now here. Like, come on, man. Like,
I don't know what CT is cooking up, but he better fix things quick or he better get moving because we only 9 weeks away from Mania. Just got to start jumping.
look, as much as I love Randy, I know that match will cook. I just don't. And it already didn't make any fucking sense because, didn't Randy get hit with a whole pile driver and he's been out for months, right?
A regular pile driver, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
regular one.
Sammy got hit with a whole package pile driver. He was only gone for a whole week.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Sami Zayn. He knows exactly what he did.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I'm not really a big Sami Zayn fan in the year 2025, but that's a whole another conversation for another day.
Never mind,
But,
the gaslighter.
Nah, back to the so overall, like NXT Vengeance Day, like I said earlier, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It was a solid show to me. Like Cam said earlier too, on paper, it didn't really seem like an ideal show. It was very weak, but when it came to fruition, I enjoyed it. Like it was a banger show. It was.
I think Stand and Deliver. Yeah, I think HBK is definitely gonna cook something with Stand and Deliver.
Oh yeah.
I would hope so.
No,
Always does.
HBK, he's one of the best bookers right now, bro. Like I like what he's doing with NXT. Like everything in NXT has been near perfect. But yeah, any last comments about Stand and Deliver or not Stand and Deliver Vengeance Day before we move on to Grand Slam?
No, no, I think we covered everything.
All right, bet. Let's go to Grand Slam now. So me
Hell
personally,
yeah,
I
let's
didn't
talk about some
watch.
grap. Hell yeah, let's talk about some graps that we had on Saturday night. First off, fuck TNT. First off, fuck
Oh, Kenny
TNT.
All
Omega.
right,
First off,
so
fuck
I'm
TNT
gonna
making me
let.
watch that dumbass duck contest. I just wanted to watch Grand Slam. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about Mac. Shout out Mac McClung, though. He was doing his thing.
This
I
dude
don't give a
just
fuck about Mac
talked about
McClung,
this.
though. I don't give a fuck. Shit. Yeah, Graps on Graps was on television. I had to watch Mac McClung. Shout out to Mac McClung. He did his
Fuck
thing.
Michael Kong.
He was doing his thing. But yeah, bro. Let's talk about Graps. Let's talk about real Graps right here. This is what this show is. This show is Graps.
All right. Because look, I didn't see Grand Slam, but I'm gonna let everybody who did see Grand Slam review it.
Nah, being serious for a minute. I'm not being serious for a minute. This show is excellent. I'm being serious for a minute. This show is excellent.
Excellent.
This show is, I thought this show was really good. I don't think there were any weak points on the. I don't think there are any weak points on the entire show. It's what you expect from an AEW pay per view, where it's very solid. Where it's very solid wrestling for the pay per views, and that's what this was here. That's what this was here. The tag team match with Kenny Omega. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm disrespecting
That
Kenny
was the
Omega.
best match of the fucking show.
I
We
know.
all
I
know.
know. I'm
We
sorry.
all know that.
I know. I'm sorry, but I'm disrespecting Kenny Omega. I called him by his name. I gotta call him by his name.
Yeah, don't disrespect Kenny
Kenny
by God on the
Tyson
celebrating.
Smith, but Kenny Tyson Smith, by God Omega. Oh my God, he was doing his thing. That man was doing his thing down there. But no, tag match I thought was great. I know tag match I thought was great, and I like the setup now for Revolution, where it's going to be Kenny and Tate and Osprey and Fletcher inside of Steel Cage. Harley Cameron and Mercedes. Harley Cameron is somebody who has really, really impressed me over the past few a month. She was somebody who, when she first came on my TV, I had no interest in seeing her. But the woman has really won me over because of how fucking entertaining she is. That woman is just fucking. That woman is really entertaining. It kind of took me by surprise at how entertaining. With how invested I am now. Because a few months ago, I just didn't care about it. But she is very entertaining now. I don't know why AEW didn't sell the Mercedes Monet puppets. I don't know why they never put them on AEW shop because I think those things would have sold like gangbusters. So I don't know why
Yeah,
they
they,
didn't put those on AEW shop. But I thought Mercedes and Harley was great. Harley Cameron had no shot in hell at winning, but Mercedes did what Mercedes does. She had a very good match. Unless
With
you
that shitty
unless
ass
you unless
finisher.
your name unless your name is Britt Baker, you can. It's not hard to have a good match with Mercedes Monet. So I thought that was great.
Sorry to cut you off. You said that unless your name is Britt Baker, you can't have a bad match with Mercedes Monet. That is
Unless your
actually
name,
crazy.
unless
Wow.
your name, unless your,
Wow.
I'm telling the truth.
Now he is low key telling the truth because Britt Baker, she had a crazy fall off.
True.
yeah. Is she even still with the company?
Yeah, but
She
no.
technically is, but she technically still is with the company. But reports came out weeks ago that Tony Khan is just not that Britt Baker's under contract, but he has no intentions of using her.
So she's
She is in
basically.
the she has no he has no intentions of using her.
So
She
she's
basically
basically.
got Ricky Starks, basically.
Oh, so she's Brett Phoenix or
Yeah.
something like that. Oh, God. Which is insane because if you told me in 2021 she'd be like that,
I wouldn't
be
believe it
shocked.
because, bro, she was literally one of the best wrestlers in 2021, but low key got exposed throughout the years, which is unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, I didn't catch Grand Slam. I did see a little bit of highlights of the tag team match, Kenny and Will Ospreay. That
Their
they
Fridays need to go.
whether they face each other or whether they are a tag team with each other, they are exceptional.
That might be the best freaking tag team finisher I'd ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, that was clean.
That one-winged angel off a top rope, hidden blade. That shit was crazy.
Somebody on Twitter said like the finisher was Ezio helping Sephiroth defeat what's the dude's name? I forgot. It started with like an A or whatever. Like the villain of I forgot. But I see somebody on Twitter say some shit like that. And yeah, because Will Ospreay's Ezio, Seth Roth is Kenny Omega, granted one winged angel. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see.
I don't know if y'all seen. I forgot the dude who's on the Busted Open podcast. The dude with the glasses.
Dave
Fuck Dave
LaGreca.
LaGreca.
He
I'm
basically
tired of busting open in that fucking show. I'm tired of them. Tired of them dumbass niggas in that fucking show. In busted, I'm tired of them dumbass niggas. I'm
he's
tired of
dumb as
Pulling
fuck.
Ray was a fucking idiot. I'm tired of Dave LaGreca. WWE E-Drones and Dick Riders over there. I'm tired of busted open.
Because
In
he
that
ba- he
fucking
ba-
show.
he basically called out AEW and was like, "Oh, why are y'all doing this match? Oh, Kyle Fletcher is going to be over, and Will Ospreay, he's going to be booed out the fucking arena." Do you not know how over Will Ospreay is literally a top 3 most over wrestler in that company right now?
True.
Get Luke
100%. Probably
Literally,
number one.
Kyle Fletcher was getting booed out that fucking arena. But hey,
Now
you
with how
like it-
things are going right now, bro, Osprey is like carrying that company on his back. Omega, Osprey, they're the two that are pretty much carrying that company on his back because
I think Kenny coming back was what really the company needed. They needed another. I just felt like they needed him back. They just needed that one person who can, keep everything in shape where it's supposed to be. And I feel like everybody likes Kenny in that company. So
right, Kenny's one of the greatest to ever do it. One of my favorites ever. Like,
yeah, the Mercedes match. What Cam said, I really done grown on Harley Cameron. Like, she can literally do anything. Like, she can sing. She's got better on me, like as a wrestler, and I really hope TK, keeps on building her up, so she can actually like get a title. Hopefully, I don't know if Mercedes is gonna keep that title. I don't know how much longer she's gonna keep that title, but I feel like they should build Harley up so she can win the TBS title off Mercedes. But
I think with Mercedes, I think with Mercedes, we're going down two obvious roads here with Mercedes. I think we're either going the route where she holds because she's been TBS champ because Double or Nothing
yeah,
is coming up in a few months, so I expect her to hold the title until then. Or what I'm hoping is since All In is in Texas this year, they build the Mercedes and Athena in Texas. That's what I'm hoping.
The thing about that is, how long is Athena gonna have that fucking ROH Women's Championship? Because she's
she's held it for already 800 days. I saw a post
yeah,
on Twitter, 800 days already. That's insane. That they're hiring her for with the ROH title. They should put the AEW Women's World title on it.
Yeah.
On her. But yeah. Like I said, I didn't see Grand Slam, so I can't really give a review on it.
Yeah.
I got to go back and watch it. That's on y'all.
Those two matches were good. The Buddy Matthews and Okada match. Look,
Very good.
me and Chris were talking about it in the chat. Okada said, "Hey, look, I don't know. Whatever y'all have to do, TK, whatever you have to do, you need to keep that entrance on Okada. That entrance was incredible. Like that's bro." All that fucking aura on that fucking entrance, like the flashlights and everything. I'm like, yo, man, I'm like, that, bro, that's how a star should be looking like. Like, you have to keep that on that. I'm not going to talk about, I don't want to talk about the whole Buddy Matthews ankle situation. Recoveries to you. I hope you and Rhea have fun on your honeymoon, this and that and the third. But regardless of that, I thought that match was, very good. Buddy Matthews gave Okada a great match this year.
I think Okada's overhated. But that's just me.
I think Buddy Matthews is underrated. I remember somebody said on one of the streams that we did a couple weeks ago that Buddy Matthews was a top 10 in-ring performer right now. I ain't even mad at it. Because
I think
that's a solid take.
I think
not mad at him.
Malachi Black was probably the best thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi
best
Black
encounter.
was probably the best thing for him. Because I feel like they need to start building him more up, as a single star. I think that whole tag team with him and Brody King is definitely going to be good. But I feel like with Malachi Black leaving, that whole trios House of Black bullshit is, out the door. I just build him up as a single star. I mean, I know how good that man can wrestle. I think he's okay on the mic. Like, he's decent enough. Like, like I said, TK has too many stars. Like, you just need to learn how to use them, really.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Grand Slam can't really give a rating.
Oh yeah, the street fight. The street fight was good as well.
The street fight shocked me. The street fight, the finish of the street fight shocked me. Because what I was thinking going into the street fight was I was thinking Cope was gonna get the win. Claudio's gonna eat the pin, and then at Grant and then at Revolution, Cope was losing. So I didn't think Cope had a shot at hell. I wanted to fight, but the way they did the finish with Cope passing out the Moxley of all people. I'm thinking because this was originally supposed to be Darby Allin in this spot here, but Darby Allin went to go climb a fucking mountain. But Darby Allin went to go climb a fucking mountain, and they got to get that championship off of. They got to get the championship off John Moxley. So what I'm thinking now, what I'm thinking they do now is, I'm thinking Christian Cage is walking out of Revolution with that.
Yes,
that championship.
yes. I'm not mad at it. I want that to happen because I think people have been forgetting he still holds the the little contract from All In. So like,
you think they're gonna finally gonna pull the trigger out of Revolution?
Yes, yes.
I think they have to at this point.
They have to at this point, really.
But to be honest, I don't want to see Cope versus Christian again.
I don't either.
I feel like we've gotten that low.
I don't either, but I'm thinking that's what they do. Now, personally, I would have pivoted. Once Darby Allin told me he was going to climb that fucking mountain. Once Darby Allin told me he was going to climb that fucking mountain, and my plans for the world title went up in the smoke. They cannot wait. This company cannot wait until Darby Allin to get back to switch the title. They cannot wait. They cannot wait for Darby Allin to come back. So what I would have done is he's already the most over man in the company anyway. I would have pivoted to Will Ospreay. I'm not even trying to glaze him. That's legitimately what I would have done. He's the most over man in the company anyway, so I just would have pivoted to Moxley and Ospreay. And I would have Ospreay when he said on Revolution.
In my opinion, I feel like Cope beats Moxley at Revolution, which I feel like is the right call, especially with this whole Death Rider storyline. How
we're talking about the Death Riders. Sorry, Deon, to cut you off.
Nah, I understand. Like, fuck the Death Riders. Like that whole storyline.
Oh, Tron Claudio fire, and Pac too. But Willie, you gotta give him all the disrespect.
But I think Mox loses, and then Christian cashes in his whole contract. But in my opinion, I feel like Christian should hold the title until All In, and then Heyman wins at an All In.
I would not hate that.
I think we get Christian versus Killswitch feud if Killswitch comes back in time.
I don't think Killswitch comes back for a while.
Yeah, he doesn't come back for a while. Because I think Heyman wins this feud with him and MJF, and then I feel like that would build him up for a match at All In with the AEW World Champion, and I think he should win that.
No, I think he's going to go back to Swerve one more time.
Who, Hangman?
Yeah, because he was looking for Swerve that one time.
I think he was looking. I think the reason why Hangman was looking for Swerve. I think the reason it's going to be revealed that Hangman was looking for Swerve because Hangman's kind of lost his mind and they're turning Hangman Page back babyface and Hangman's kind of
Mm-hmm.
lost his mind. I think the reason he was looking to Swerve was to kind of like right the wrong with Swerve or whatever. That's personally why I think he was looking for Swerve.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a thing where like the two of the top baby faces in AEW, they're like, I did some things, you did some things. Let's act like that shit ain't happening. Let's just put that behind us. That's what I think they're going with personally.
I am
Which I think
excited.
that'll be so hard to do because did Swerve not go to Hangman's house?
He did do
I guess he
that.
spoke to his baby.
But also you got to keep in mind this is professional wrestling here, so people have forgiven people for much worse. But I think that's the idea behind
Hangman burned Swerve's childhood house. So look, hey,
I know.
Hey,
I think that's
let bygones be bygones, bro. So
And don't forget,
that's the idea of Hangman looking for Swerve.
I don't think
It's gonna be.
Hangman
Alright,
literally inserted. What did he insert in his cheek?
A syringe, right? Something like that.
Yeah, a syringe.
mhm.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's insane.
But I'm sorry, if they do go back to that whole feud, it has to be for the world title. It shouldn't be for nothing else, bro. It has to be for the world title.
It needs to. Easily needs to be for the world title. But
Oh yeah. Before you move on, I think Eddie Kingston should have beaten Mox, but I don't know when Eddie comes back.
I miss that dude.
true, Eddie Kingston's been out with that injury because that's another reason why I don't really watch AEW like that because all my favorites aren't really wrestling like that no more. Besides Bryan Danielson is retired. I still think he has a couple more matches left in him. He's retired, and then Eddie Kingston's hurt. It's just I don't know. I haven't been really watching.
How long has Eddie
coming back?
How long has Eddie been out?
Like almost a year now.
He's supposed to come back in the summer.
Damn, it's been that long.
It's been a while. Like the last time I seen him wrestle, I think was at Revolution 2024.
No, I know when he left. He left when he lost to Okada, I think.
That's right. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen Eddie Kingston in AEW TV because I know he tore his like ACL or he broke it. Like I forgot what it was. He broke his leg. I forgot what the injury was specifically, but that's one of the main reasons too why I stopped really watching AEW like that because a lot of my favorites.
I just checked. His last match was the 11th of May.
He got injured around Double or Nothing because he was supposed to be in the Anarchy in the arena. He broke his leg, so they had to pull him.
Yeah, it was May. That's when he broke his leg.
You're right.
That is insane. Yeah, I just searched it up. It was May after he fought Gabe Kidd.
Oh yeah, yo! Shout out Gabe Kidd. I saw that match between him and Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom back in the beginning of January.
Moose on NXT.
What?
Huh?
Oh yeah!
What the fuck?
Moose is on NXT. Oh shit!
Ew, I want to see Moose.
Hold on.
Oh
shit!
Yeah.
Holy
That's crazy.
Yo.
Holy shit!
Triple
This
H
is
was
another list
never.
we could cross out.
Moose. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, is that a face-to-face with Obafemi?
Yo.
Oh shit!
I'm glad we got this reaction on stream, bro. What the fuck?
Oh,
Yo, Moose,
shit.
bro.
Holy shit!
Moose.
We got Moose in NXT. I want to see Moose. Oh.
All right, you gotta go.
Moose. I'm sorry, Moose face-to-face with Oba.
I fucking love this crossover so much. We need this DLC in 2K25.
And he wearing the metallic 5. Okay, Moose. definitely got off topic, but I'm not
Nah,
gonna.
bro. Yeah, this deserves a full
Yeah,
attention, bro.
that's
It's moves, bro. Moves to Nova Femi. Like, let's go. Let's go.
And the crowd chants, "Holy shit!"
Let's go, bro. Damn. I love how our full attention just like flipped to this shit.
Nobody want to see. Oh,
You're the only one who don't want to see moves, bro. I'm hyped to see moves.
I'm not a fan. Just fuck off my screen.
Dog, this is crazy.
I'm sorry, Moose's list. It gets me every fucking time, bro. That shit, bro.
That's just a cool ass name too, bro. Just Moose. Moose, like it's such a like. I'm sorry for lazy, bro, but Moose, come on, huh? Bro, we about to get some like. We might get this feud headed into Roblox.
No.
I don't
Okay,
mind this
if
shit
this
at
is
all.
if this is gonna be at Roblox, I might have to go. I might have to go because
The
it's
thing
gonna be
is-
at the Garden.
The
Roblox
thing
is
is,
gonna be at the
too, it shouldn't
Garden.
even be for the title. It shouldn't even be for the title. It should just be a regular old match. It should just be a regular match. Because if it is for the title, it has to be
Booker
title for
T.
title.
Oh my god!
Oh my,
I need Mustafa Ali back.
Ricky, Ricky,
You said Ricky Spanish?
Ricky Spanish, man.
Bro, freaking Jordan Grace is slow.
Hold
as
on one
shit,
second.
bro.
Somebody's joined here. Oh
With
shit!
I like the
Drew
fact that
X.
they're not saying his
Give me
name.
1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Because
Don't
I
like
got
the
some.
fact
Hold
that
on.
Absolute.
Hold on.
What's his name? What are they gonna call him?
They're calling him Ricky Starks. They're gonna call him Ricky.
Ricky Absolute.
Give me 1 second here, though. Give
Ricky
me 1 second here.
Stanicky? Nah,
Ricky
gonna
Stanicky
call
is
him-
actually insane.
They gonna call him. Let's go. They gonna come up with some dumbass
Because
names.
I got one guest right here, Drew. Welcome to the pod again. Welcome.
Drew?
I think he's here.
Is he here?
Yeah, I just seen him. I think he's getting signed or whatever. But I got somebody else joining too, so that's what's up. But now, back to the topic because we're on commercial break now. State of AEW. State of
Ooh,
AEW.
holy damn!
What talk about?
So this is
Oh, here we
Deontay's idea.
Fucking ASAP Rocky done got acquitted of the assault charge. That's tough.
Ah, shit. Oh,
What he
well.
did?
Talk about what AEW.
Wait, who?
Talk about.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Let's talk about the AEW. So, state of AEW. So this is Deontay's idea because we had a conversation about this a couple streams ago.
I am on the AEW payroll, so what do y'all want to talk about?
So I'm gonna let Deontay take the charge because this was his
Yeah,
idea.
take
so,
it.
so basically, we were just talking the other day just about AEW in general, things that it needs to improve in, things that has flourished in. So yeah, I'm gonna let him take the mic. I'm gonna let him take the lead.
So it was probably maybe like a month ago, maybe a few weeks ago. I went on a huge ass rant on the stream talking about this company and how like really how shit it's became. Like it's definitely I feel like it's definitely fell off from like what I've seen in like 2021 and 2022 because I feel like though in my opinion I felt like those were the peak years for this company. But things have been changing a little bit since I guess Tony Khan is back in the roots, and now they've been trying to cook up the past like month, maybe actually the past few weeks with the shows like Collision and Dynamite, and Grand Slam was good Saturday. Yeah, really, I just like I said when I was talking about it, I wanted to understand like the whole direction on where Tony Khan was trying to go, basically. Like I didn't understand everything. Like, why are you trying to push all these old stars where you got all these young stars like Hangman, MJF, like all these other young stars, and you should see them. I'm sorry, you should see them way more on TV than a fucking Jeff Jarrett.
But let's break that down. I want to break that down here. I want to break that down because I got my own take of the old guys in AEW, but I want to. If we're talking the old guys in AEW, to me, there are really only two old guys on television that this is being brought up about that are doing the most damage to that product right now. Chris Jericho and Jeff Jarrett. Even though I love
Guys,
I love Jeff Jarrett. I love him. I love him. But his promo, I don't know why they're trying to push him for a world title. His promos and shit have been god awful. To be honest with you, Jeff Jarrett, if he was still doing his shit what he was doing, but he was on like the lower card, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But it's the fact that they're trying to push him into the main event that I have an issue with. I think Chris Jericho, Jericho, I love you, my guy. You are a legend. You absolutely are. Jericho, you're a legend. You absolutely are. But at this point, he just can't go anymore.
He should have retired a few years ago. If he would have retired in like 2020 or 2021, like I would have been cool. Like, yes, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But I feel like the last few years of him, I feel like it's tarnished a little bit of his legacy for real.
I don't think he's contributed anything in a positive way in the past.
He hasn't.
I don't.
And then I want to slap the shit out of TK because I understand, bro. You're trying to get, Ring of Honor a whole TV deal, but it makes no sense that the Ring of Honor world title is a part of the fucking show.
Now, with Chris Jericho, like in my eyes, he should have retired after the feud with MJF. They should have had MJF retire Jericho. That would have been perfect execution.
I would have been mad at that.
That was the last good thing he did in that company. That was the last good thing he did in that company. Everybody who works with Jericho has actively been brought down just by working with him. He is not he's not good. But again, those two old guys you mentioned that I think are the problem. It's Chris Jericho and Jeff Jarrett. Because I want to counteract that with this, because I think the points where you're coming from, I want to counteract that with this, with the old guys being all over the show. Bobby Lashley, God damn, Carmen Petrovich is funny. Bobby Lashley is 48 years old. Shelton Benjamin is 50 years old. MVP, I think, is 54. Tell me what the face of the Hurt Business. Tell me what a straight face of the Hurt Business aren't one of the best things going on AEW.
Yeah, it is.
From what I've heard,
Yeah, it is. We hurt people. We hurt people. Like, that shit is over.
Yeah, and those are some of the older guys on the roster. And those are some of the older guys on the roster. Again, we talk about the old guys. Adam Copeland, Edge. I still call him Edge.
I call him Edge too.
Yeah, nobody ain't calling him fucking Cope.
I mean, sometimes I'll call him Cope, but I call him Edge. I gotta call him Edge.
Mama named him Edge, so I'm gonna call him Edge. That's how I feel about that. Nigga, your mama named you Edge, nigga. WWE named you Edge, so I'm gonna call you Edge. I don't give a fuck about Cope. Your name is
Cope these notes, yeah.
But anyway, the way I look at Edge is 50 years old. Edge at 50 years old, if we being honest, is still better than a lot of guys currently right now. And that he's still over. He still gets Rockstar reaction when he comes out. He can still promo with the best of them. And his matches are not falling off to a huge degree. He's not prime. He's obviously not prime Edge because he's a lot older. He's not in there embarrassing himself with you. The man can still go. He can still give you. The man can still go. And then you look at Dustin Rhodes, who is 54 years old. Dustin Rhodes wasn't even really on television like that. I understand he's the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with Sammy Guevara, but it's Sammy fucking Guevara. I don't count Sammy fucking Guevara anyway.
I'm not even mad at Dustin because
I
feel like the work that he did with MJF was perfect for me. what you said in the chat when we're talking about Dynamite that night. I feel like he had outworked MJF on the mic.
Yeah, that's
on that promo.
Cooked MJF on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
I was
from
I feel like, in my opinion, he's still a good wrestler.
From
Dustin,
clips that I saw on Twitter, from what I saw on Twitter, yeah, I think Dustin cooked MJF like completely. Like that's another thing too. We gotta have conversations about MJF in 2025. But
can I start off the bet with MJF?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Bro has not evolved at all since 2019. I'm sorry, serious, but he's the exact same gimmick since he came into AEW. He's done some great things with his gimmick, but he's still like stale as he was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro hasn't evolved. He needs to change up his gimmick a little bit.
It's like I'm watching the same person over and over again.
Yeah, it's fucking boring, bro. Like don't get me wrong. Like when he's on the mic, like sometimes he strikes gold, but like, dude, the gimmick's the same. He does the same shit. You know what I mean? It's just like it's very formulaic, if that makes sense. Like he does the same things over and over again, and it gets kind of like it gets really stale. And I used to be a pretty big avid supporter of MJF like a couple of years ago. I'm like, yeah, this guy's like gonna be like he's a huge heel for AEW. Now he's kind of like falling off a little bit. Like, yeah, I don't really care about him, honestly.
The thing with MJF, I think there's a couple things with MJF that I think really hurt. One, the Adam Cole feud was one.
Yeah, I feel like the Adam Cole feud definitely fucked everything.
That was the
weirdest
thing ever,
and
bro.
to be fair, it's not anyone's fault. It was just unfortunate time of injuries of Adam Cole. You know what I mean?
I agree. The Adam Cole feud was terrible, and then another thing I think hurt him was the babyface turn.
Yeah,
I was not a fan of.
I don't think it was bad. I think it was just like I don't know. Like when he became a heel again, he was just doing the same shit as he was doing as a heel. I thought this variation of MJF would be like more like nasty and all that, and more vicious. But like, nah, he's just kind of like the same MJF as he was before he became a face.
It should have been more vicious.
I think what ruined him was the bidding war.
It was like
That had so much hype.
babyface turn just me.
That too.
Shush is cooking there. Shush is cooking with that bidding
No,
war.
I agree. I agree with you.
That bidding war had so much hype, and then it just ended of him just signing with AEW with no excitement, no nothing.
No.
We all
He's got
knew.
stupid tattoos.
The thing about that though, we all knew where he was going. Like he wasn't going to leave the company.
No.
My friend,
No, I generally thought he was.
I honestly didn't believe that he was going to show up in at WWE after. I think it was like people were like, "Oh, he's going to show up after Mania on the Raw." I'm like, "No way, bro! Like he's way too molded and too like invested into AEW to just leave and just kind of go on his own."
I did not believe that shit either.
Hold up, though.
What up?
Hold up, though. Who got the UK accent, bro? You sound cool to hell, bro.
This Shush. Bro,
that'd be
I
nice.
don't think y'all officially met. Shush, this is Zay. Shush, bro.
Hey, shoots this OG, man.
Yeah, he's back. Welcome back, Zay. Welcome back.
But not with MJF, and then with MJF in particular, my friend Kyle.
Hey, bro.
My friend Kyle had a great point with the whole MJF.
What's up, Shush?
What's up, man?
Yours good.
He said
On the Mondo. Oh, God.
Oh god.
Feel for the double storyline. If they did it this way, it would have felt like a letdown. But he said, looking at the way this is the direction they gone with it. He's honest with you. He said double should have been. The double should have been revealed.
Beyonce.
Double should have been revealed to be Roderick Strong, and then MJF and Adam Cole. They obviously take whatever time off they need to take off. And then you have MJF and Adam Cole. Face thing of Adam Cole and MJF going, and then you do MJF that probably should be the way they went. I'm like, that probably should have been the direction they gone. Like again, it would have been a huge down, but hindsight 2020, with the double.
What going on, Zay?
What it is, Beyonce?
We got a full house today, bro. We got everybody.
It's
been a minute. It's been a minute since we had everybody on.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga missed you, bro.
We all did, bro. We missed everybody, bro. Because it's been a minute since we had everybody on here, man. So that's what's up.
I feel like the old days again, man.
I know, bro. Getting everybody back in here, just talking wrestling, pure graps, all that good shit, bro. But nah,
Hey
like,
man, but speaking of AEW, bro, hey, they might have had my favorite tag match I've ever seen in a minute, nigga. That Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Goku, Vegeta, Steph Curry, Braun, Team USA. Goddamn, they was they was feeling different, boy. Nigga did a top rope hidden blade into a one wing. Hey,
mm-hmm.
on my mama, they was cooking, boy. Boy,
That was a good
when they
finish. I
started
like that.
top, bro, the first one, I love the fake finish that they did when they was about to do the one nigga was about to do one wing angel, the other nigga was about to do the what's it called, the Stormbreaker,
Mm-hmm.
and then they flipped it. It was like, hell no, we not going. It felt like heroes versus villains for real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was cooking, bro. On me, that was cooking, bro. Oh my god, that was hard. I ain't gonna lie, that might have been my favorite tag match I've seen since like 2 years ago, bro. When did the Usos go against KO and Sammy?
Mania 39, so 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years
2
ago,
years,
bro.
yeah.
That's gone so quick.
I know, time
Yeah,
flies.
it
Yeah,
definitely went by quick as fuck.
bro. I was at that show too. Damn, bro. 2 years already.
Like I think Bray Wyatt made his last appearance. Thing was it yesterday? Like 2 years ago as well.
Damn, bro.
Like
Bro, time is flying way too quick, bro. It needs to slow down.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta hop on rated them for the watching along. I gotta go. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Cause
no problem, bro. Appreciate you for
look,
showing up,
bro.
man.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Hey,
Yes,
stay
sir.
easy,
All right, man. You too.
man.
Ah,
Look, bro.
so looking at Drew's comment, it just gave me a thought of another problem I think about this whole company, the whole Death Riders thing.
Mhm. Where is the comment here? Let's see.
Uh, Lord, bro.
Yeah, Death Riders gotta go.
Uh, look, I had high hopes for it because of the whole. Oh, this is not your company now. This and that and the third, and what they did to Danielson, like putting a bag over him and everything. I'm like,
That was followed, by the way.
okay, let's see what it's gonna do. But you come in, you do your mind you, Moxley's interest music is fire. Hey, no disrespect to that. You know, literally all they fucking do every single week. You come in, come out from the crowd, you talk, you beat the hell out of people, and then you leave. That's literally every fucking week. Regardless of who's in there, and then on
yeah, but I
top
feel like
like I feel like the whole AEW world title, like I feel like it's lost its prestige because you don't even see it no more. It's sitting in a briefcase.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, for a world title, you gotta have that shit prominent. You can't be hiding that. Like,
No, for real.
In the world that AEW world title, I feel like it's one of the most. I think it's a beautiful title to me. I feel like
Mhm.
it's one of the most beautiful titles in all of wrestling right now.
Easily.
So for y'all to not show off that title, it makes no sense to me. But yeah, they do this shit every week, and then y'all tried to whatever the fuck y'all were trying to do with the whole jobbers of the company. Like you got what Orange Cat? You had Orange Cassidy out there. What Mark Briscoe,
Action
like
Andretti, right?
Action Andretti, all these motherfuckers. Like y'all not doing shit with them. Then try to have Daniel Garcia out there, and it's like, why are y'all having him in the mix? Like he needs to be having a feud with somebody for his TNT championship. And
Now that you mention that, I'm sorry to cut you off, but now that you mention that, bro, Daniel Garcia doesn't even feel like he's TNT champion either. He
Bro,
doesn't.
these title reigns have been terrible.
Very
He's
terrible.
held it.
Thank you.
He's held it for a
It's not
long time.
his. Takeshka's, like, they barely been defending the titles. We talked about Private Party. Thank God the Hurt Business, they changed all that. Literally, the Hurt Business.
Hey, I was gonna piggyback off just the Hurt Business. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this is not just a Hurt Business, but like most like black stars in AEW thrive so much, and they they make crazy black star like bro Jade, Ricky Starks, like
Swerve.
not to say like Swerve wasn't a star, but like he became a fucking demon when he went to AEW.
Oh yeah,
Right?
he got better when he went to
And
AEW.
and then it just feels like I feel like if they in a Hurt Business, like if they keep bringing in Ricochet,
Yeah,
Ricochet get his best. Ricochet getting the best version of himself ever. What the fuck?
He's
I'm
showing
actually
more
kind of
character
enjoying
now.
this version of Ricochet. Low-key.
Ever.
From what I've been hearing and from what I've been seeing, he's been showing a little bit more character now, which is a good thing because Ricochet
Yeah.
we've known that he's had zero charisma,
Oh,
throughout his career.
that's who
Bro.
won. That's who's facing Vakir first, huh? Okay.
And I just think that like if they keep maybe other because I don't pay attention to other ethnicities as much as but like or other races. Let me correct myself. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, they keep bringing them boys in. Look, AEW about to be my show, boy. That's
Very
all I
important year for AEW. That's without a doubt.
No, it is.
It's
Like they,
Yeah.
I you know who I'm really excited about honestly is Josh Alexander. That dude,
Boy, what?
yeah. So
Oh,
there, so it's
God.
basically kind of confirmed at this point that he's going to AEW.
Bro,
Yeah,
Josh
I think he's gonna show up at Revolution, so I'm pretty pumped.
Josh Alexander will go
the
crazy.
thing about him. The thing about him is really just. I heard his mic work isn't really like
ideal. Like
up to
Yeah, but you know what? The AEW loves guys who are more about their ring ability than they are with their like mic skills. You know what I mean?
mm,
So
because
I think they're gonna find a way to make that work.
that's the thing. See, that's the one thing I like about AEW. I feel like they're still trying to keep like the love of professional wrestling alive. WWE just became more of a storytelling type thing, which yes is cool, but
AEW is more about the matches and WWE is more about the storylines and the gimmicks itself. You know what I mean? So
because
not saying they don't care about like in ring work because they definitely do more than ever, but AEW it's about a certain type of style of wrestling and you know what I mean? So they're more about the high flying modern day wrestling, while WWE is more about the all around game. Like you got your high flyers, you got your brawlers and all that. So,
but yeah, with AEW, just like my whole idea with AEW nowadays, it's just like since my favorites aren't really wrestling and they're like Eddie Kingston, Bryan Danielson, it's just I've been tuned out. I mean, do I still know what's going on in a sense? Yeah, but at the same time, I don't tune in every Wednesday. I don't tune in every Saturday just because I don't know. It just isn't the same to me anymore, especially like this whole Death Riders storyline and everything.
It kind of reminds me of 2018, 2019 WWE. You know what I mean? You kind of just like stay in the loop, but not too much to the point where you're like really invest into it.
You hit it on the nail because that's when I stopped watching wrestling.
Yeah, that's really what it started to feel like.
That's how it's feeling right now with AEW. It's just like there's nothing really intriguing to me right now going on in that company. Like I don't know. I might be in the outlier, but
I think the most.
No, you're definitely not.
No, I think the only thing I pay attention to is like Hurt Syndicate and Swerve stuff, and Kenny Omega and Will.
As a tag team, like I don't know. I mean,
just in general, like those two.
Your girls out here, Fakir.
Yes, sir.
The thing about AEW though, I'm going to talk about Mr. Big Money Tony. The thing about him, are you going to capitalize with all this stuff? Like everybody's been hyping you up for the past month because look, like I said, don't get me wrong. He's been cooking. He's been cooking with the Dynamites, Grand Slam, even Collision has been good. My only thing is, like, are you going to capitalize with it? And also with that, with how stacked this whole roster is, like, it makes no sense to not just make it like, like a 2-show thing, like Raw and SmackDown. Like that roster is way too big. Not,
They need to cut. They need to cut a lot of guys. There are people on that roster that just like they're never being used. I'm like, bro, like just let them go. Like they're just getting paid to wait until they get a match in.
That's why I feel like, and I kind of see what they were trying to do. Like I felt like you saw more of like
Holy shit, Jordan Grace. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, they're all confronting them.
I feel like you saw more of the AEW Women's Championship on Collision, and then the TBS Championship was like more strictly Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, if y'all can like get another world title, keep the regular AEW world title on Dynamite, get another world title on Collision, then like you can pick either or. You can put the TNT Championship on Dynamite or Collision, or you can put the International, because I feel like those are going to be the two mid card titles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like, don't get me wrong. As much as I love Okada, I feel like if they're going to do, the plan is they're probably going to do Okada and Omega. And
yep.
I feel like they
They're
should
all in.
They should just go ahead and merge both the international and the continental title, because it really made no sense. It's too many fucking titles in that.
Too many titles to catch up with. Then you got the Owen Hart Cup title. Then you got this title. Then you got that. Like, there's too many titles. They need to like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like when they gave Eddie Kingston that title and they gave it to Okada, I feel like that they made that title just specifically because they want to give it to Okada.
Because he was coming, he was showing up in AEW. Exactly.
We all like. Exactly. I'll be real with you. When he hit free agency, we all know he was going to go to AEW. There's no doubt about that. So,
yeah, I feel like International and TNT should be the only two mid card titles.
I agree.
Agreed. The TNT title used to be so prestigious like 4 or 5 years ago. Now it's literally like just like a bottom feeder title. Like, it sucks. Like, I love the TNT title. So many great wins with that, but then over time it just lost its value. It just lost its meaning.
Like when people like Scorpio Sky and Sammy Guevara and like Cody Rhodes to an extent, like when when during that era, that was when and even Darby Allin too. That was when that title was at its peak. You know what I mean? Like, but I just feel like they haven't found the right belt holders for that title, or like at least like make it to like where it's actually valued as a really good upper mid card title. I just feel like the fall really started when Jack Perry became the title holder. Not to say that Jack Perry isn't bad or anything. It's just that they made that title into a storyline with the EVP storyline, and it just kind of lost its luster throughout time.
I feel like it got lost when they were doing the whole back and forth shit with Wardlow. Like,
yeah.
What was it like? Wardlow, Samoa Joe, Darby Allin, Samoa Joe, Wardlow. Like, I didn't
mind the Wardlow and Samoa Joe feud like that. I feel like that was still valuable during its time, but after that feud, and they made Wardlow drop the title to Hobbs, and then Hobbs lost it to was it Allen?
Nah, he lost it to Wardlow again.
But then who did Wardlow drop it to then? I forgot.
That's a good question. Shoot, who did Wardlow drop it to?
He lost it to Joe, and then
that's right, Joe. Yep.
And then Darby, and I think Joe won it again.
Joe won it again. Then I think it was Powerhouse Hobbs who won. Wait,
Well, like no, but like Hobbs had the
You don't
briefcase or the chip, and then he cashed it in, and then he literally lost it within a week. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the booking with that title has just been egregious over the last almost 3 years now. Like, it's lost all its value. Like, look, Daniel Garcia is a phenomenal wrestler, young star. We all know, we all loved him. He was so over in 2023, but they just really halted his momentum by not putting a title on him quickly. Like, they literally halted
Yeah.
his momentum.
They
Because
should have
now,
really gave him the title at Revolution against Christian.
should have. They definitely should have given him.
That was the perfect time to do it because Garcia was highest when it came to being over. Just like kind of like with LA Knight. They gave the title to LA Knight like kind of a little late, but they still gave him to him in the right time.
Yeah,
With Daniel Garcia, they gave him to him like way too late. Like they really should have gave that title to him when was it 2024 or 2023 Revolution ever got? Was it 2024?
It was early 2024, so like, yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, Revolution.
think
And
it was like
I honestly thought that they were going to give the title to him because up to that point, Christian was like at 150 days with that title, maybe 200. And I was like, oh, they're going to make him drop it because that's what you're supposed to do. Like the big vet who is so over the fans with the guy that's so young that's upbringing and he's like kind of like one of their blue chip prospects. Well, not I want to say prospects, but you get what I mean. One of their young guys. Give him a title, give him some momentum, but they didn't capitalize on that. And I always thought that like that killed so much momentum for Daniel, and it kind of like it halted his push like even further. And I'm like, bro, like this is why some of the younger guys just don't ever get over in AEW because they just don't know when to capitalize on when the time is right.
Now when he gets the title, literally. He hasn't had no type of big feud with that.
No, like his first feud was against what's his face? Who was it? Was it not Darby?
I can't even remember.
Yeah,
it wasn't really memorable. Like, see what I mean?
Christian?
Like, it's his first appearance was someone I don't even fucking know who it was. That's crazy.
Was it not Mark Briscoe?
Mark Briscoe, I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing with Mark Briscoe? No disrespect to Mark Briscoe, but like. Bro, I'm sorry, but like, why are you putting him in a feud with him out of everybody else? Like, it would have been like someone like
for him, to be honest.
Huh?
And at that time, I think
for Mark Briscoe, I don't really care for him.
Yeah,
I don't either.
At that time when he was feuding with Mark Briscoe had the ROH World title. That was literally right before Jericho beat him, and it's like,
yeah. I feel like Mark Briscoe, like, like I said, no disrespect to Mark Briscoe. So I know what he's done in Ring of Honor. Like he's done some tremendous things with his brother, but like he had his time as a singles wrestler and like with AEW. I just feel like give that spotlight to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like he's always in the mold in the what's it called? He's always there, but like he's not a guy you go like, oh yeah, give him the title. I'm like, bro, come on. It's just no. Give it to somebody else, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. With just AEW, like the main things they really need to do is capitalize on stars' momentum. Once somebody gets super over, they need to put a title on them or something like ASAP instead of halting it or playing it out or prolonging
Especially
it.
with like they have no if they're over like that like AEW is like mainly in ring. Like they're known for being good in ring, so they're not lacking in anything if they're over.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like even if they have like a promo skills or everything, AEW is mostly in ring. So like that's what people are mostly looking for, like in ring. So they're really good in ring, and people are like grabbing that, like that's grabbing people's attention. You got to put a title on them. You got to.
Also, too though, they had you have your main pillars. So like you got the Darbys, you got the Hangmans, you got the MJFs. And then, in the women's, you have Chris Statlander and Willow.
Yeah.
All those. Like, I shouldn't see Willow and Chris Statlander off TV for a good little minute. I'm like, they are the main women in that company. Like,
yeah.
I literally just seen earlier today, literally, Hangman hasn't had an in-ring promo since August.
How's that even possible?
That is egregious work.
Crazy.
I didn't even know that. I did not.
I didn't even know that till now. That's fucking
He
ludicrous.
literally hasn't had a promo since August. since
Yeah.
That's not
feud
good.
with Swerve at All Out. That was literally the last time he's had an in-ring promo. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't get it, dude. You know what? I will say this with AEW. There's another problem with them. They don't have enough heels. Everybody's a baby face. Like, especially the women's division. Like, think about it. The only two main heels in that company are the champions right now. So you got Mercedes Moné
Mhm.
and Mariah May. So the problem with Tony Storm being champion, and not to say I don't agree with her being champion, because obviously she definitely deserves a title run. But there's not enough
For
like
what?
heels where you're like, oh, like they're gonna lose to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like they need more heels. Like that's why I never get why they made Chris Statlander back to a face again. Like remember that whole thing where like she was in the storyline, she was a heel, and she had Stokely as her manager. But then for some really weird reason, they took time off of TV for like a month, and then she became a face. I'm like, bro, no, like you need to keep her as a heel because you don't have a lot of heels in your roster right now.
I thought that shit. I honestly thought that shit was gonna go somewhere. Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And I'm like, and then they just discontinued it. I'm like,
If I'm not
why?
mistaken, that all went down a double because I was at Double or Nothing 2024. My memory recalls that heel turn happened at that event, right? With Chris Statlander
Yes.
against Willow.
Yeah.
Don't know why they didn't execute it. I do not know why
Statlander's
they
a
didn't.
great heel. Like, I don't get it. Like, she should still be a heel, but now she's kind of like I call it booking limbo, where it's like they're making her do stuff, and obviously she's like an important part of the roster, but they really don't have an ideal spot of like where they want her to do. You know what I mean? And she's not in a title conversation because she's, you know what I mean? Like, it just don't make any damn sense.
Yeah, she's just there.
Just there, yeah, exactly, just there.
You could say that about a lot of people in AEW that are just there. Like they were prominent, they're like stars, they have potential, and they're just there. Like Tony Khan has all these toys, and he doesn't know what to do with them. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Which annoys me why Tony Storm's champion again, because she literally had the title for like a year.
Literally, she's a 4-time champion. She's
Yeah.
Like,
4-time.
what's she gonna do now?
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Tony Storm. She's
So
great.
do I.
She's a phenomenal wrestler and ring one of the best women's wrestlers today. But it's just like, did we
She
really
shouldn't
need
have
to
beat
see
Mariah.
Mariah? Yeah, do we really?
That's what. Hey,
No.
and I agree with Shoosh. Like, I'm really pissed off that Mariah May lost the title because literally TK built her up, and mind you, that heel turn is literally a top 5 heel turn in that company.
I agree.
Great, and they had a great match at All In, and I was happy for Mariah May because one, Mariah May can wrestle, she can talk on the mic, and she's a good ass heel. But you don't have shit for her whenever whenever she gets the women's title.
I feel like she took an extreme like backseat when she got the title, and they really had not really anything to do. Like, not I want to say anything to do. Like, obviously she had feuds and all that, but like compared to like Money, Mercedes, and then her, Mercedes had way more of a spotlight than Mariah May did. Like May had like she was just there. You know what I mean? But she didn't feel like a champion.
And here's the thing.
I think Mercedes only had that because she's got creative control.
And here's the thing. I don't hate Mercedes is like legitimately my favorite women's wrestler ever. It's just like, why are we showcasing a mid-card champion over the actual world champion? If you wanted to showcase Mercedes, you should have put the world championship on her and then have Mariah with
that's literally what I don't get. It's like
I don't understand.
Yeah, like the TBS champion is the mid-card champion, but like I feel like the TBS champion now at this point is the woman's main like
the world championship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Meanwhile, the other champion just feels like the opposite. It doesn't feel like a world championship. It feels like the Intercontinental Championship for that women's division.
Barely had any in-ring promos as the women's champion. That is crazy.
It honestly feels like she's appeared in Collision more.
Yeah, that's like they're treating the TBS title as the women's.
When I always heard her talk, she was like backstage or something. I was like,
yeah, either backstage or
she didn't have the presence. She just didn't have the feeling of a world champion, like being in the ring, cutting a promo, hyping up her next match, hyping up her feud. It just didn't feel like that. It felt flat. I feel like they gave Mariah May her moment, and then she just was holding on to the title backstage.
Well,
that's what it was.
We got another heel coming in, Megan Bain. I'm hopefully they build her up because I think she's going to be real good. I mean, she was wrestling in Stardom, so I seen how they were trying to do her in Dynamite last week.
Them Stardom girls could cook. We all know. We all know.
It looks like they're going to do a little feud between her and Chris Statlander, and probably Chris is going to probably put her over, which is the right decision. So I
Mhm.
feel like they have to keep building her up. I mean, you got Harley Cameron. Like I said earlier, I feel like they need to keep building her up, and she should be the TBS champion and hopefully beat Mercedes, in my opinion.
Because
But
yeah,
you know what I also want to talk about too is like the fumbling they've done with that division. Like, for example, Deonna Purrazzo and what's her face? Who was that one woman that was such a big signing, and she was so over in NWA, right? And she had like a really big reign over there. But then she just
Camille?
became Camille. Dude,
Oh.
she was supposed to be like a legit like addition for that women's division, but then like they made her into a manager. She had one match and that was it, and they had no idea what to do with her at all.
Ain't she cancelled now?
Shit was just mind boggling.
they made
Now
her
she's off TV. They have no idea what to do with her, and she might potentially be cut from her contract because
Bro.
that's yeah.
She was the muscle for Mercedes. Like, how are you going to put somebody that was a former world champion in another company just be a muscle and be like the big?
And not even just a world champion. She broke the longest reign for that championships in that championship's history, the NWA championship. And that company's been around for years.
Deonna Purrazzo was a few years ago. Deonna Purrazzo was probably a top 5 women's wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Now she's barely on fucking TV.
I don't get it, bro. Like, I really do not get it.
I had that problem with Athena when Athena first came into AEW. I'm like, okay, let's see what they're gonna do to her. Then y'all fed her to Jade, and then next thing you know, she's in ROH. And look, kudos to Athena.
Forgot about that.
And she's killing it in ROH right now. She's their champion, right?
Kudos to Athena because she's killing it in ROH. Longest reigning women's champion. But I'm like, yo, how this women's division is going down right now, like, it's no reason for Athena not to be on AEW right now. Because like I said, like Drew said, they need more heels. They need more heels.
From what I've seen, they need more heels because they're focused on turning everybody babyface right now, and that's not what they need. Because we have the Death Riders, but that's just not enough. We have the Hurt Syndicate, but I think the Hurt Syndicate is going to be leaning towards more babyface from what I've been seeing. But still, they gotta like amp it up with getting heels, like turning these people heel, building heels. All that.
I can't lie. I see Mariah getting the title back. I'm not saying that because she's my.
I'm thinking that too. I think she can get the title back. I think the reason why they gave Tony the title is so that they just gives more of Mariah May of reason to be like their top heel of the company.
And it's one apiece, I think.
Oh,
it is.
I think it's one apiece.
It is one apiece. Yeah, you're right. It is one apiece.
And then Tony won off a roll up, so I don't think it's definitely not going to be at the end of it. Also, I think it's too many factions in that company too.
Way too many.
Way too many. You got Her Syndicate, the Acclaim. Well, the Acclaim's not really a thing anymore. Like I said, I don't know. What else do we got? The Death Riders. Undisputed Kingdom.
I don't know their direction right now. I thought I did, but I honestly don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Well, the Undisputed Kingdom. I have no clue what they do nowadays.
Look, I've been telling Chris every time. Look, and I see they changed their whole entrance music. It needs to be changed again. And I told me and Chris know what song they need to change it to.
Wait, here's this.
Something for you, bro.
They literally need to change it to that. I feel like, bro, the Undisputed Kingdom has no type of aura right now.
They don't. They're like the green aura flies, bro. Green aura flies.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Adam Cole's day in AEW is starting to wind down because now that now 2025, he's not even 100% healthy either. They have no direction for him. He just broke up with what's her face? Britt Baker. So they're no longer a thing. So like, I don't even know what direction they're gonna have Adam Cole. Honestly, I can see this dude like just kind of get the sit out treatment like Ricky Starks, Miro, and Ray Phoenix and Penta and all these guys, and I think he's just slowly fizzle out. I hate to say it, but I don't think they have a real direction with him.
It sucks to see because, bro, Adam Cole 2018, 2019, 2020, you had to be there.
It is so
You had to be
disappointing.
there.
Yeah,
And just to see where he is.
he had a
now,
great run in 2023 too, like with AEW. But now it's just like I don't even know what his future lies with AEW.
I say this every time we talk about.
I think he beats Danny.
I say this every time. They should have never. Honestly, in my opinion, if you were going to do Collision, do like a whole like a double roster thing. Like I said, like WWE does with SmackDown and Raw.
SmackDown, Raw,
Two rosters. But in my opinion, you should have had made Collision. Just do Dynamite. And for me, keep AEW Dark and AEW Dark Elevation. I feel like in my opinion, I was one of the only people that watched that show.
I watched it.
It was a lot of people that watched it.
There were some great moments on that.
I feel like that's how like they had their young stars on the shows, and that's how they were built up. And then next thing you know, you see them on the main roster. For example, the Acclaimed. I love the Acclaimed on Dark and Elevation. Next thing you know, they're on Dynamite and Rampage and all that, and they're well known in all this shit. A lot of these people, they just get on fucking TV and it's like, hey, ooh, like,
yeah,
really no build up on these wrestlers.
It's like what's his face with Will Ospreay? What was his face? That Matt was a Callis brought him out, and nobody had a pop for him. They were like, "Who the fuck is this dude?" Unless you really knew him, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know you're on about the other guy from United Empire.
Yeah, and I'm like, unless you knew anything about New Japan and United Empire, you had no idea who the hell this guy is. And Cal was like, I got this guy here that I know for a fact that everybody knows, and then and he said his name, and everyone's like,
that shit didn't make no
okay
sense at all with Mark Davis. I'm still on that bullshit. Literally, just a month ago, he was like with Will Ospreay. Oh yeah, we're gonna whoop Don Callis' family's ass. Next thing you know, he just turned heel and having a match with Will Ospreay. I was like, okay.
Yeah, and then they explained.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's the randomness from AEW for me, bro. Like
they don't have no continuity. Like
I feel like they just make shit as they go. Like, you know what I mean? Like what Vince did in like 2017, 2018. He just kind of like threw fucking shit on the wall and see what sticks. I mean, kidding. I mean, that's how it was.
The main thing AEW needs to have is a full creative team, not just Tony Khan and his little notebook and a couple other stooges. He needs to have a full creative team, people who have history and have knowledge and are skilled in booking a wrestling show.
They definitely need different. They need better writers because the writers that's in there now. I'm glad
they're yes men. I feel like they're yes men.
I'm glad Jimmy Jacobs had left because from what I've heard, he was the main person that was on the whole Devil storyline.
Well, William Regal too. He left, and he's now in NXT.
Yeah, and look what he's doing now. He literally just got a plethora of superstars over there: Ricky Starks, Stephanie, Julia, Penta.
He never should have left, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I feel like Khan should have been like, "Hey, I'll give you like a big ass extension because we really need you." But no, he just. I think honestly, I feel like Regal was planning on going back to WWE regardless of what was going to happen in AEW.
WWE in the first place, really.
Yeah.
Didn't he get released? Didn't he get fired from WWE in the first place?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it? Didn't he get fired because he showed up to work intoxicated?
I forgot what it was, but I know he got released. There was like a 90-day thing, and then he showed up at Revolution 2022.
The Starks is coming up.
Ooh, I gotta turn in for that.
They're talking about Ricky Starks. They're talking to him like he's a 2K Mirage character. Not saying his name.
No, it's true because they are not saying his name. I think they're waiting until he puts pen to paper where everything is legal, everything is secure for him to say his name. I hope he can stick with his name. I'm hoping that he sticks with that name. Because it's Ricky Starks.
I said like in the chat, like, bro, like I find it ridiculous that he can't have his rights for his birth name. Like that's ridiculous, dude.
There's a whole bunch of legalities and shit like that. It really does
His
suck.
theme music. I'm sorry, his theme music is diabolical.
Bro, yeah, theme
Wait,
music.
what the fuck is his theme? That ain't his official
sounds-
theme, is it? Oh, that's not his official theme. Okay.
Are they just showing like the card or whatever, like the promo, like the transition thing? Or...
Oh man.
Also, yeah, I was gonna.
I have this funny feeling they're just gonna call him Starks.
Also, the commentary team is shit too. Look.
Yeah, can we just discuss the fact that Taz is like kind of out of his prime?
Look, what they did to JR is what they need to do with Tony Schiavone. I'm sorry, Tony Schiavone is probably the worst.
Bro is way past his prime. He does not know what the fuck is going on. I'm sorry.
They can keep Taz. I fuck with Taz. Taz cool, but I'd rather have Taz than Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone fucks up hella. It's literally, it was basically how
He makes Taz pissed off about like interrupting him. Like I've seen him multiple times. I'm like, bro, Tony, shut the fuck up, dude.
And then you got Excalibur. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Excalibur, but he could overdo it sometimes. He could do it.
Yeah.
He could overdo it sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's really annoying. Like, I don't know.
I honestly feel like, in my opinion, I would do like Ian Riccaboni,
Hook,
Nigel McGuinness, and you could probably put Taz on Dynamite. And Collision should be just a whole different new commentary team. I don't know who y'all gonna find, but y'all need to figure out something. Like if y'all can figure out a way to get Mauro Ranallo and bring
I
him
knew
to
that would
W.
happen.
So what's his name going to be in NXT?
Oh no, you just said the revolution will begin.
Oh, Ethan Page, dude. We're gonna cook with Ricky Starks and Ethan Page. Okay, I'm down. I'm down.
Tony Khan's there like this, bro. It's funny how we're talking about it right now. AEW. Tony Khan's gonna be there like this,
bro. You know what's crazy? Like these were dudes that were like pretty important on the AEW roster too. Like at one point or another. I mean, Ethan, they really fumbled him, but like now we have two ex AEW guys in NXT, and
these two were the like epitome. Like these two were like very important AEW during like the 2021-2022 year, bro. Because Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky had that little faction going.
I remember that. What was that faction called? I forgot. It was with Christopher Daniels, right?
SCU. Well, it was SCU, but I don't think
SCU. Yeah.
Y'all talking about American Top Team? That's
American Top Team. Yeah. That was
that shit was ass.
Well,
yeah, I know.
It was entertaining with the promos and the back and forth with the inner circle. That was entertaining, but like overall, looking at it, like all the UFC fighters, and
it was all right.
It was all right. Shit, Ethan Page and Ricky Starks. That's crazy. Crazy.
As if Ethan Page already said, I'm absolutely the Ricky already.
Didn't these two have matches in AEW though?
I don't remember. I can't lie.
Oh, he said he's playing Ethan Page's playbook to a T. You know what that means. Shit.
I just want to hear his name.
That's what I'm trying to hear.
That's really, yeah.
Just put the pen to paper. I want to hear the name.
Ricky is so fucking good on the mic, man.
So great on the mic.
Remember that one AEW episode where he absolutely cooked MJF?
Yes.
Bro, he like murdered. Like that was like one of the very few incidents where like MJF got like outbested
on the mic. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was the build up to Winter is Coming.
Yep, that was like what, 2022, I think?
2022, yep.
I remember when he cooked Edge. He cooked
That's
Edge on the mic, and I feel like that. Yeah, that's when that whole thing with Edge. They was like, yeah, fuck no, Ricky, you just not gonna be on TV no more. Mm.
Well, shit.
Let's see what he's gonna say.
Javon. Oh,
Oh,
shit. Wait.
Javon.
Yeah, I'm in front. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, they're gonna definitely give Ricky Starks the NXT title. I'll stand and deliver.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? I actually would pop like crazy. All right.
So
All
here's
right,
I
can we
wouldn't
just
mind
see
it.
what his name is? If it's
Yeah.
Starks, I'm cool with
Wait.
it.
Can we just see the name? Because I know we're over here on stream and everything. I apologize to everybody.
This is important, bro. Like, this is really important.
We're just mesmerized by Ricky Stark's aura, bro. Ricky Stark's aura, bro.
God damn it, bro. Get the fuck out of here, Wes.
Why is he still here? He should be on the main roster.
God
He's
damn it, bro.
main roster.
Yeah, he is.
No.
It's just time to go to the main roster, Wes. Like you
Hey,
done
look.
everything.
Actually,
Look, if that's gonna be his first match, first feud, so be it, man.
So be it. They're gonna cook.
Oh, shit,
Man, I gotta say, man, I don't. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think Wesley can. I don't think it's gonna go well for him in the WWE roster. I hate to say it, but I feel like he's gonna be one of those dudes where, like, you know how like we've had dudes in NXT where like they strived in NXT and they were like unstoppable, like Andrade or a
Shinsuke, Bobby
Shinsuke, yeah, like all those guys, right? I feel like he's gonna do absolutely nothing in WWE. Like he's gonna be one of those guys where he'll be like he'll be in the like Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank, but he's gonna be like one of those guys where he gets eliminated first and all that shit. So like I don't know. I'm a little worried about Wesley, honestly. I don't think he's gonna pan out in the main roster. I think he's gonna be a SmackDown guy. My opinion, I think he's gonna form a faction with Carmelo Hayes because Carmelo obviously they have no plans for Carmelo Hayes, obviously. So,
let's see his name. Let's see it.
Hey, Mr. CTE at his finest.
oh, he done the pose. He done the pose. Still can't see it. Oh, it's Ricky Saints. What?
What?
This is Ricky
What?
Saints. Oh my god.
Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints. Okay.
Oh my.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean,
So, I understand why he went with Saints because he's from New Orleans.
New Orleans Saints. Yep. So you know what? No, that's a good alternative name. I like
That is
that.
good.
Yeah, New Orleans Saints. Yeah, I like that. I'm cool with that because I find it, and I said this before. I find it ridiculous that wrestlers do not have rights for their birthright name. That's fucking stupid, bro. That's like if like what's his face, Drew Gallaudet didn't have the rights to his own birth name, and then you know what I mean. Let's say if they want to drop Drew McIntyre and he wanted to be went by as like Gallaudet instead. Like you're telling me that a dude that was born with the name that the mother that raised him and gave him the name can't use his own fucking name. That's stupid.
Is that Tavon Heights?
Yeah, it is actually.
What? Matt and Jeff Hardy.
What?
Is that Jeff Hardy?
Next week.
Huh?
No way.
You didn't see that in TNA, Baxter versus the Hardy Boys. I thought everybody knew. That's gonna be cooked fast, bro. But yeah, what were we saying? Oh, Sean Spears. What do you know? Another ex-AEW guy. What do you know?
Everybody from AEW
He honestly he never had a chance in AEW.
Who is this?
And I feel so
it's
bad because
Sean
he had such a cool thing going for him too. Yeah. Sean Spears is always going to be that guy that he's not going to win you a world champion, but he's one of those veteran.
Monkeys are going to NXT. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah. Sean Spears is one of those guys, and he knows his role. He knows that he's not going to win a world title, but he's one of those guys where he's a great locker room presence, and he's going to elevate younger guys. That's his role.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the business for like 15 years now, maybe.
Who's this? Oh, Sean Spears.
Yeah, Sean Spears. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm a little bit behind.
Yeah.
But shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure we pretty much covered everything about the state of AEW in general. Like AEW has its highs, it has its lows, but in more recent times, it has a little bit more lows. They definitely got to improve over the next year. What I want to see this next year is a lot more continuity, a lot more focusing on building stars, coming off their momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Just pretty much the basics. Basically, just taking care of their stars, keeping these storylines intriguing, not hot potatoing titles, just making sure these reigns are good and making sure their champions and their stars are presented well.
You do all that shit, and you bring fans in, like,
Yeah.
bro, like All In for Texas. Literally, I think it's only like tickets. What they're at 11K now. I think it's only went up like 1,000, and like 1 month is just like, well, damn. Literally, the pay
Yeah.
July. I'm like, and this was they hyped it up as the most. It's gonna be the
It's
biggest.
their version of WrestleMania.
Like it's gonna be the biggest.
Event, stadium
Yeah.
event, AT&T Stadium.
Yeah.
I hope they could sell out. I feel like they could. I feel like they definitely could.
Well, did you see what happened with Grand Slam this year?
Oh,
Like
the
how
ring?
they approach it. So originally it was supposed to happen in a way bigger venue,
Yeah.
and what ended up happening is they not only did they moved it, but they didn't even refund the people who bought the tickets for that specific stadium. They didn't even refund the money or even like gave them a
Foul.
discount or anything. It was so scummy from them doing that.
That's
And
foul.
yeah, it was really stupid. Look it up.
Bro,
And also too, they were. I mean, they managed to fill out the arena, but they also had to do a buy one get one free like ticket promo in order to get that to work.
they
So
do that all the time, though.
yeah, that's
They're
true.
not
Yeah,
selling- They're not selling tickets quick. They're selling it
The
very
whole
slow
thing
and
for
steady.
Grand Slam was fucked up. 'Cause
yeah,
literally, bro, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to Australians and wrestling, hey, they know what the fuck to do. No disrespect. Hey, no disrespect. Y'all know what the fuck to do. But if you're gonna have a whole, shop merch thing, you sell out, and then you don't even come prepared. Like the rest of the shit that's in there, like you have small tees and extra small tees. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah,
There was also a thing with the ring too. So like they and I get why they did it is because they didn't want to like flew in a ring from like the United States to Australia to do it, and I totally understand why. But they still had to deal with a way smaller ring than they usually are used to, which
it was a
I think
60 by
I
60 ring.
I think it's blown out of proportion, honestly.
yeah, it
But
is.
yeah, but still, like it doesn't make them look any better either. You know what I mean? Because if you look at a company like WWE, and it's like comparing apples and oranges, but like WWE, they're able to fly in and they can like get their rings ready to go. But meanwhile, AEW, they have to go locally and get a ring that's not even like not I wouldn't say approved, but more or less just like it doesn't meet the credentials of what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It doesn't make them look better, but I understand why they had to go to that route.
Exactly.
But also at the same time, though, AEW is $1 billion company.
Yeah,
Right.
they are
Like
they're all my
WWE.
billionaires.
So they really don't have they don't have an excuse for real.
No room for error. There's literally no room for error.
Also, you brought up it's really the basics with this whole thing. Like they should have said it from the start. If it's gonna be like
They did not.
TV special or a pay-per-view, like y'all put it in that big ass stadium, and y'all were hyped it up as a pay-per-view, but then Tony Khan says, "Oh, it was always a TV special." then you
No, he
should
didn't. We didn't know about that shit.
you
Because you
should
booked it, you hyped it up like it was a pay-per-view, bro.
He's always fumbling his words. He's always like backtracking. He's always contradicting himself. That's the one thing, Tony. You can't. You got to stop cashing checks in, or whatever that phrase is. But
it's just it's crazy. Like they went to literally selling out arenas, like big arenas, like 15K arenas. Now they're literally only doing 3K or less than 3K. Like,
bro, I'm noticing they're covering up like chairs. They're covering up sections to make it seem like it's a smaller venue, even though it was a big venue.
Yeah,
it's disappointing.
That shit was crazy.
Well, you know what I don't get though is like why can't they just book in smaller venues? Like why does it always have to be in like places that like
and
you know it's so like why not do it in a stadium where it's like a AHL team like the NHL's like progression like league, you know what I mean? Like you know how like MLB does their like minor leagues. Yeah, right. Like why not book in stadiums like that instead of stadiums? I mean they do sometimes if it's like a small town, but like they don't do it all the time though. It's like bro, like why
they should have been doing that.
Yeah.
Now they sell out arenas. You know, they sell out the smaller venues and stuff, but y'all should have been doing like smaller venues. Y'all shouldn't be doing like I understand, you know, you're trying to be like WWE and shit, but
you're not WWE. That's the thing. Like
that's another thing I forgot to mention. They need to stop worrying about WWE and worry about themselves. Like stop trying. Like I understand it's a competition, but you need to work on yourselves and be original before you start trying to, you know, one up or try to do things like they're doing.
That's the problem. You know damn well you can't sell out a 20K arena, but you gonna go in there and it's only 5K.
You're basically burning money at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're losing money, but they're gaining money. Like
you mean the infinite money glitch that Tony Khan has in GTA? Yeah, I bet.
The GTA 5 glitch,
yeah, yeah, right. From Sean Khan himself. Like, come on. It's ridiculous.
Guantanamo Bay, bro. That's what everybody.
Guantanamo Bay, yeah. Dude, I saw that. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
That's
bro.
Genius. That is genius.
Yeah. I'm trying. I thought about another point, but it literally just like it went over my head, or like it just exited my head. Fuck. But it was something. I think it had to do something with Tony Khan, but I don't think it was important, honestly.
How are you stat pads? How there's only been? I think there's 2.
Oh, stat pads like exaggerates the stats.
No, like John Moxley and Tony Storm are the only 4-time AEW World Champions.
That's crazy. Fucking Moxley is a 4-time world champion in that company.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm happy, but at the same time, we can't be milking these title reigns just to add a feather to the cap. We just cannot be doing that. We got to make sure these reigns are memorable. I'm not saying they need to be over like 600 days. They need to just be memorable, meaningful reigns.
No, Moxley's reigns only memorable for one reason. Obviously, just CM Punk stuff. But...
Yeah. Well, I mean, his first reign, the one during the pandemic, that was probably one of my favorite title reigns I've seen.
I remember what it was. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Well, did we mention the fact that like they mixed up the NBA All-Star Weekend with their own like time slot?
Yeah, we talked about it.
You did mention it. Okay, yeah. I was like, that was embarrassing. I'm like,
what was crazy? It felt like TNT didn't even know, like,
you know what's going on. They're like, what? What are you talking about? Like, no, it's the All-Star Weekend.
So
why would we ever?
Even though the All-Star Weekend was fucking trash.
Yeah,
but
like everybody knows when it's on. Like we know it's TNT. Exactly. You know it's 8:00. Like, come on.
I'm pretty sure it still is getting more viewership than AEW, which is unfortunate because if AEW was smart, they would have had that for a different day or different schedule, different week.
Yeah,
wasn't the smartest move to do that during like one of the biggest
Dynamite
weekends?
Why not do it on Dynamite?
It should have been a live show. It shouldn't have been.
Yeah,
it should have been live, bro.
I thought it was live until I seen Twitter and that Buddy lost. People are moaning, but
I heard Buddy got injured like when he made his entrance. You know how he does this thing where like he goes on the turnbuckle and like kind of hypes up the crowd, but then like he jumps down. Well, I think he rolled his. Didn't he like roll his ankle?
He twisted his ankle.
Yeah.
And everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
The fact he continued is
I give him
crazy.
credit though, because he worked through that match, but you could clearly tell he was definitely hurting a lot. That match was very. I will say that though, I wasn't in the segment where you're talking about like the pay-per-view matches and all that, but I felt like the Okada and Buddy Matthews match was like very disappointing.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Did you talk about that match?
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, we were.
I didn't. I don't know. It wasn't. I feel like they could have done better. I just don't think they didn't really have a good chemistry, if that makes sense. Just they don't have enough experience together in order to have a great match. I mean, that was just me, but
and
yeah.
right,
But also too, like him rolling his ankle did not help at all. You know.
we've been talking about that problem with Okada, really. You
Yeah.
know, they build him out as one of the best wrestlers of all time, but really, ever since he's came into AEW, he's never really had like a amazing match. Really, the only amazing match he's had was with Ospreay.
Ospreay at what was it again? World's End.
World's End, yeah.
That was literally his best match in the company. Like you literally had
his first year with AEW has been very underwhelming to say the least.
Like he had a match with Konosuke Takeshita. I'm like, okay, that match is gonna cook. I'm not gonna lie, that match was kind of underwhelming as well, really.
Yeah. And Konosuke is a very good wrestler too. Like he's I would say it's hard for him to not have a good match. You know what I mean? Like you would literally have to like not be on the same page in order to not have a good match with Konosuke, because we all know how much of a hooper he is. Yeah.
But yeah,
like I said, I want them to prevail because I've always wanted I've always wanted that alternative to WWE. Like basically, how TNA was back in the day before Hogan fucked it up.
And Big Easy.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be
Dixie Carter.
I thought they were going to be the alternative, but yeah, that they went downhill. So I still have hope for AEW.
Same here.
If you still trying to go on that that same path, you're gonna be looking like TNA. You're gonna be looking like WCW. And what's crazy is like I think April will be one day in April they'll literally pass WCW Nitro, like past them in like total episodes. I'm like,
but that's insane. That's still insane because it feels like yesterday Dynamite AEW just started up, like literally like yesterday, but it was 6 years ago. Insane.
Bro, time goes by so fast,
bro.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. You know how like Max has old errands of the Dynamite shows, like when they first started up, when they had like, remember like when the ring had like the AEW logo and they had like the sponsors on the corner. Remember that shit? I was watching those and like it feels like a completely different show than it is now. I mean, obviously for obvious reasons because it was new and people were like very hyped about it. But like you could just tell like I don't know, like the way they like booked up storylines and all that, it just was completely different back then. Now it's just kind of like they just lost their luster, their touch kind of like in the beginning. And I feel like honestly the main reason why is because of Cody. When Cody left, that's when I use the term when they jumped over the shark. You know what that term is?
They jumped it, yep.
Yeah, like that. I feel like that's what happened with Cody. Like he peaked in AEW, but then like with that Jericho feud, and then like it went kind of down, and then there was like that whole thing with him and Khan, and then like once he left AEW, like things have never been the same ever again.
Also, with that, TK tried to bring in these old former WWE writers, and like. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like,
they're washed, bro. They don't know anything. They may have experience, but they don't know anything.
Who was that one dude? Dutch something?
Dutch Mantel?
Yeah, Dutch Mantel. Like I don't know. Like he just didn't seem like he knew. How long was he there for? Like 2 years, maybe.
Like what's the female's name? Shush. ain't it like Gina? I forgot her.
Gina. What does she do again?
I don't know. I know she's a big part of the company.
She's like an EVP type person. I know exactly who you're talking
He's
about.
like
I forgot
she's
her
a
name.
director of talent, I think, like for the women's roster.
Robbie
I'm pretty sure.
Rebecca.
She's
Yeah.
bro, she's
it's
definitely
annoying.
a main reason why the fucking women's division
Sucks ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same thing that what happened with was she like part of like that like mid to late 2000s women's roster when they had like all those like really
Gail
good
Kim?
wrestlers, or was it like
Gail
what?
Kim?
No, it was no, it was 2010s, right? Was she was part of WWE? Basically, like when the Bella Twins and Phoenix and AJ Lee
What
were
was her
there, and they
name?
literally had no one to
Oh my
wrestle
God.
with. It's like, bro, I mean, come on, like, what are you doing with these guys? And
Wait,
they
what
made
company
AJ
is this
Lee
again?
become like this. Remember that storyline with her and Punk and Daniel, and like
Oh,
basically she wasn't really a wrestler anymore. She just kind of was this, just like this very a nuisance like gimmick. Like she's kind of like obsessed with like Brian Daniels and then or Daniel Bryan, and then was obsessed with CM Punk, and then was like toxic. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
And then it
Like
was
that is
Kane.
not AJ Lee, dude. That shit was so annoying to witness growing up, because now looking back, it's like I feel like AJ Lee could have had way more of a better run if that shit wasn't happening. And I get why they were doing it, but still, it's like, why not throw in someone that was like not really a wrestler, that was a diva, and give AJ Lee more of a spotlight of like why she's such a great wrestler to begin with.
Yeah, that is true.
But
yeah, one of the big riders is, like I said, one of the big riders is gone from the company. Jimmy Jacobs.
Jimmy Jacobs, yeah.
I'm sorry. Look, as much as I liked Jimmy Jacobs and ROH, I don't think he's a rider to me. He needed the boot, and bro, I literally seen an interview from him not too long ago, and he was talking about him and Tony Khan was literally riding up and down the roads and this and that and the third. I'm like, first of all, why the fuck is Tony Khan doing road trips when he has a whole private plane? You have that fat ass yacht. You have that fat ass $300 million yacht. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Speaking of fucking Eddie Thorpe, bro, look who the fuck just came out, man.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? This, bro. Speaking of which, yeah. Wasn't he accused of like being what was it, a dirt sheet source for WWE at one point?
Oh, Eddie Thorpe.
No, Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah.
Was that like kind of?
That...
And he like denied the allegations, but even though it was like literally right there in the open, like, dude, you were literally giving reporters dirt sheet information before they even remotely came out with anything.
What a dumbass.
Yeah.
That's another thing, bro. I feel like AEW there's always something new with them, at least every week.
Every month. Oh my god, dude. How do you like I just like I don't even know how you don't keep that shit under control. Like you don't hear WWE, like there's some stuff that goes on, but they try to keep that shit as private as they possibly can, you know what I mean? Because they don't want reporters coming in and out of the fucking locker room. I don't fucking blame them.
Literally,
but but like every single month, there's always something going on. It's like, well, why is this information getting out? Oh, I know why. It's because you either have an inside source you're not confronted to, or you're letting reporters do whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean? Like, like you literally cannot do that. It's not good for a locker room at all.
Nah, it's not. It's toxic.
Yeah, shit's toxic.
That was like, yeah. Tony Khan isn't really a boss. He's gonna be your best fucking friend, and it's like you can't do that shit.
Yeah, that's what Punk said in that interview a year ago. Remember that interview with like he said he's a good. Punk said literally like he's a good guy, but he's not. But he's just a friend. Like you know what I mean. He just wants to be buddies with you, which is not a thing you want to hear from. You know what I mean? Like for like an extent, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you want to be good friends with your boss, but also too, your boss has to do his fucking job.
you're running $1 billion company. You can't be doing shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
whether it was the Britt Baker allegations or
the
Raw
Chris
out,
the
or
Chris Jericho,
that was such a messy situation right there.
bro, it's just messy, bro.
and then the all in shit with
there's no control. There's no order. There's no maintaining order. It's
No.
just really, all over the place.
I remember that stuff too with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Yeah, that was terrible.
The sandbagging, yep, I remember that incident.
Oh yeah, the sandbagging incident. Yeah, that was terrible because like that was really when it started kind of like it wasn't really like the story of like the decline, but you can tell that was gonna be a reoccurring problem if they were never gonna address it. You know what I mean?
That was that was one of the beginning problems because I remember during like the ending of 2022, like mid-ending 2022, that's when everything started to go downward.
Yeah, that happened like during COVID, right? With that stuff.
Oh no, that happened like 2022. That was like
was it?
COVID,
I thought it was 2021, 2022. When did Thunder Rosa came in? 2021 or was it 2022? I forgot.
It was 2020 when she came in. She won the world title in 2022, and that's when all those allegations started. Well, sandbagging, being unprofessional, this, that, and the third. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Because then I remember too, she had to relinquish the title because of an injury, but people were saying that she relinquished it because of the heat and everything. There was a whole ordeal back then. I remember that.
Now she's barely on fucking TV.
Yeah, she's a hooper. I met Thunder Rosa back in like 2023 during WrestleCon weekend. She's a very amazing person. Very amazing.
Was one of the most over women's wrestlers in that company.
One of my favorite women's wrestlers too. She's just under the radar right now. She needs to be more. She needs to be showcased a lot more. She really does.
That's the thing, bro. She's a former women's world champion. Why is she barely on TV?
I can't lie. She's got WWE written all over her.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
She has charisma. She has a great character. You put her up to the main roster. She doesn't even need to go through NXT. Put her to the main roster. The main roster needs a little bit more women.
I feel like what Drew said, I feel like it's going to be more and more wrestlers from that company that's going to be gone. Like,
oh yeah, without a doubt, it's bound to happen.
Britt's already gone.
Yeah.
Britt, I mean, Britt's definitely gonna get cut at some point. They just don't know. Like, it's like the same thing with Ray Phoenix and all of them. Like, they're just kind of like, okay, just stay home and then let's see if we figure stuff out. And then they won't figure stuff out, or like they're just so disgruntled to the point where they just don't want to come back. So they're like, okay, well.
And look, what Mr. Khan is doing with Phoenix is, in my opinion, is smart.
Yeah.
Only because, he would be going straight to WWE and probably be thriving with Penta.
Yeah.
Like,
mm-hmm.
Keep him there. I mean, especially, and then, he has injury time. But also, I wasn't mad at Malachi and Miro being gone because I did hear things that with them, they weren't wanting to, lose matches and feuds. And
they didn't help themselves. You know what I mean? Also with Ray Phoenix too, he wasn't really doing good when it came to like tweeting out stuff too. Like Ray Phoenix, I hate to say it, but like he cannot control his like himself when it comes to going online and saying some like ridiculous shit. I love Ray Phoenix, but like that's the truth. Like
that's the thing. See, that's what we're talking about with Tony Khan. Like, bro, you got to put these fucking wrestlers in check, man. Like,
they need a better HR department. I'm just gonna say that.
They really need to.
These wrestlers get to do whatever the fuck they want.
Do you remember when Andrade and what's his face like had a real beat? Who was it?
It was Sammy Guevara. Yep.
Yes. Sammy Guevara, and like it was such a huge fucking mess. You cannot have wrestlers go on Twitter and legit actually like have beef. You know what I mean? There's a difference between like doing it for like a work and then and then it becomes an actual issue like what that happened. It was so stupid, and I'm like, how does this even unfold to this point? Like, come on, like really? You can't just be like, hey guys, we need to pull you in the office, like, or like call them, and when you see the tweet like blow up on the internet and be like, hey guys, like, I need to call you because what you're doing is stupid. None of that happened. I don't think so, at least, because if it did happen, then they just ignored Tony and what he said.
Which is just insane.
Yeah, because they don't take him seriously, dude.
And I was, there was rumors. I was hearing rumors on Twitter, like they were talking about in AEW, like I think MJF and Punk had like got into fights and shit. Like when Punk had came back, this was literally during the Collision days, and it's like, well, damn, like.
What was it? Was it just like they were just butting heads and they were just like in disagreement with like how they want the storyline to go, or was it just kind of?
I'm pretty sure it was butting heads because I've
It
heard
was
so many stories.
It was really so. The thing was, it was with the whole storyline thing. So MJF wanted to do the storyline with Adam Cole and shit, but Punk thought it was a better idea for them to go ahead and do their storyline since they were both the world champions, which it definitely did. It definitely did make sense.
Made a lot more sense.
Yeah,
Yep.
go ahead and get this shit wrapped up because y'all are both the world champions. So yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing with MJF too. Like, I don't know if you guys have picked up on this for like the past like couple of years or 3 years, but like MJF seems like the type of dude that just doesn't really. If you give him an opinion on something, he just kind of just butts heads with you and disagrees with you. Kind of like with Punk, how Punk was back in WWE back in like 2010, 2013. You know what I mean? Just kind of like, oh, like I don't agree with this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say with Undertaker and him, we're at WrestleMania while John Cena and The Rock were like main eventing WrestleMania, and he had to prove a point like, oh, like we had the best match in the night. I told you so, sort of thing. It's like the same thing with MJF. I feel like MJF is he knows he has such a big say about like how he wants things to be done for his own sake that like if he had any critique or like any different opinions, he would just be like, nah, fuck you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, being a stubborn little ass. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's also a lot of these wrestlers have way too much creative control. Like
it should never get to that point. You know what I mean? I know like people like to shit on like Mercedes Moné about that, but like like there are way worse people that have that control and they just don't handle it well. With Mercedes Moné, the excuse you can give to her is she don't really have a lot to work with. I mean, look at that fucking roster right now. They like what does she have to work with right now?
But that's all on Tony. That's all on Tony Khan's fault. Like, I'm sorry, that women's roster is that women's roster is stacked. But it's like they feel like they don't know what the fuck to do. Like when Mercedes came to AEW, we was hyping up all these feuds, Willow, Chris Statlander, Britt at the time, and all these other women. They really, and mind you, it's crazy. Not counting Stephanie's match, but really her and Mercedes and Chris Statlander at Full Gear, that was her best match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Other than that, like
cooked with that match. I think that wasn't the longest women's match in AEW history.
Yes, sure was.
That speaks volumes too. That speaks volumes too, because why are women getting short-timed matches? Why aren't they getting over 20 plus?
Yeah,
so that's another conversation that needs to be had.
Oh, Hardy Boys.
Tony Khan, yeah, they really haven't valued the women's division. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but the women's time was always at 9 o'clock, between 9 o'clock and 9:30, every time.
Yeah,
and
it's always a lower mid card act. Always.
Yeah, it was always one match. They rarely had segments. Now they're trying to build up the women's division more. Like they having 2 matches and like more segments, and it's like it's kind of a little bit too late for all that.
Mm-hmm.
That looks insane. Sorry, the Hardys are back next week.
Bro, I'm happy.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
Yeah, I know we're talking about AEW, but dude, just the Hardys being at NXT. Dude, HBK, this whole HBK is turning NXT around. When we thought NXT was going to be down the shitter with the whole regime changing NXT 2.0, this man came in, turned the culture up for NXT.
Oh, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
but I'm not gonna lie. I generally think the Hardys have been rehired and fired the most times out of anyone.
They have.
I'm pretty sure they have.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Especially
Jesus,
Jeff, bro.
Yeah. Jeff's a what if. Whether we like it or not, Jeff's a what if. Because
yeah.
astronomical amounts of potential. Astronomical amounts of what if you did this? What if this didn't happen? He could have been this. He could have been that.
Literally, bro.
Still a legend. Still a legend nonetheless.
Bro, 08 Hardy, I'm sorry. He was literally bigger than the president of the United States. I'm sorry.
Who made that statement? Somebody said that on TikTok. They're like, yeah, you
Somebody
don't
said
understand.
that on Twitter like years ago. They were like,
Yeah,
yo,
they're like, you don't understand. You have to be there to witness shit like that. Like,
Bro, they weren't lying. He was literally Obama.
he was like a messiah at that point. I'm like, bro.
So are we getting NXT TNA next week, bro? Because we're getting the Hardys, we're getting freaking Moose. Now we're getting Ethan Page and Wesley as a tag team. Like, what is this TNA now? Like, I understand Ethan Page and Wesley are in NXT, but they were formerly in Impact. They were formerly TNA.
Speaking of Stephanie,
hey, look at that. Is she on for tonight? Oh wow, she's
wrestling.
a match.
My girl right there, bro.
She needs matching gear. It annoys me she's not got matching gear.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's all good. There's limited amounts of aura, bro.
This guy.
That's my favorite right there. I'm glad she won that shit.
Yep. Wait, are they facing off each other?
No, it's gonna be
a tag team. Oh, it's a tag team. Okay. Okay. I was about to say, like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm like, okay.
Booker's about to go
wow.
crazy.
God damn.
Oh my goodness, Booker's about to go crazy.
I love Booker T's commentary.
See, bro, man, I hate the IWC so bad.
Me too.
Everybody hates the IWC, bro. They always bitch and complain about the dumbest shit ever, bro. You think like AEW fans are bad, but like, bro, like the whole IWC is just like full of like impatient motherfuckers. Like they really are, man.
I don't understand why they're hating on Booker T as a commentator so much. I'm like,
why are they hating on Damian Priest? Like, what did Damian Priest ever do to anybody? What did Gunther do? What did Gunther have to do with anything to anybody? Like, I'm being serious.
I'm telling
the
you,
Booker T stuff is understandable, but the Damian Priest stuff isn't.
It's anybody who has Damian Priest, you're weird. That's all I gotta say.
You weird, yeah. You are weird. Like
weird,
what?
Weird.
They wanted a new star. They got one.
People want new stars besides Roman and Cody. We're giving new stars: Jey Uso, Damian Priest, just to name a few. Now people are hating.
Yeah,
I just think he was put in the wrong place because obviously Jacob Fatu. And people wanted Jacob Fatu in the chamber.
But then here's the thing: if Jacob Fatu was in the chamber and he got pinned, people would complain that he's already getting buried and that he's already getting pinned.
You can never make these people happy, no matter what happens.
You can never make them happy, bro.
I wanted Jacob in because like the shots of him in the chamber would be absolutely insane. But
we know where it's gonna go.
Cena, I wouldn't mind.
We know where this is going though with Jacob and Solo. It's gonna be a match at Mania.
Yeah, I'm excited for Jacob Fatu's future for WWE. This dude, you can tell he's gonna get the strap at some point. Not the main belt, but like definitely Intercontinental or the United States belt.
Oh, he's gonna go on a monster
world champion.
He's gonna turn babyface. If he becomes a babyface, he's gonna be an anti-hero.
I want to see what are they gonna have for Solo after like Mania. I really want to know what they're gonna do with him.
Back with Roman. Probably back with Roman.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I feel like they've kind of like exhausted that point a little bit.
Shit was the epitome of 2024. Roman versus Solo. We need something new.
Yeah, I think they kind of exceeded that already.
He thinks he's probably gonna be back with Roman as a know
an enforcer.
And then
well, not like an enforcer, but like
I don't see it.
I'd be kind of shocked, honestly.
I was like, I don't know what his direction is. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do with him?
But then the bloodline would be way too big. You know what I mean? That was just like 8 motherfuckers in the bloodline. You know what I mean? Like, You have Roman, you got Jimmy, then I guess you could say Jimmy, or no, Jay. I meant Jimmy J, Sammy, Solo,
Jacob.
Tonga, Tama, and then Jacob, and then yeah, I mean, like that's 8-9 dudes in one faction. That's way too many people to have in a main event faction. You know what I mean? It should be at least at most 5.
I think after whenever this draft is, even though it doesn't matter, but
it's gonna be in April after Mania, definitely. Yeah, Solo should like just go on the mid card or something. Fight for the US title, fight for the IC title. I don't know. Maybe whoever the Intercontinental Champion is on Raw, Solo goes to Raw and he faces him. I don't know.
Whoa. That Intercontinental title is reserved.
I think he should have been at NXT a little bit longer, man. I just don't. I don't think he was really ready yet.
I kind of get why they did it, though. I get it.
I think he's done an excellent job. If I'm being honest with you.
He's
been doing good. I
rock with Solo. It's just like this time around, like I'm getting just annoyed because it's been repetitive. I just want something different. I want a new direction.
Yeah, because they're literally copy and pasting Roman and Solo, but with Jacob and Solo, which is kind of annoying.
The only problem is Solo doesn't have no world title or anything, and
we all know Jacob will literally rip Solo apart.
Oh, easily. Like I said, I met Jacob out too a couple months before he went to WWE, which was insane. Seeing him in person wrestling, doing them fucking flips and them like hard striking moves, he's a different breed.
I was debating about going to that show too, but I didn't end up going. I going looking back at that, I really should have went.
Bro, it was so cool talking to Jacob afterwards with Zilla. Like that, they're so humble, bro. So chill.
I can't imagine Jacob being humble. Seeing Jacob in real life on Instagram, him being normal, it's so weird to me.
I know. It's so funny. It's like he's a completely different person.
I realize that, man. It's going to be more coming soon. Cause I know Zilla is coming soon. I don't know when he's coming.
He's going to NXT first. He ain't gonna go right to WWE. I don't think he's gonna go right to the main roster.
It might be a minute till he shows up because from what I heard, he's a little bit unprofessional, no showing some shows and shit.
Yeah. So, remember when he no showed in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to go to SummerSlam? Yeah.
He went to SummerSlam. Yep, exactly.
But I don't, he's not that good at the mic yet. So I think they want to polish, his craft first. Yeah. It's better for them to polish his craft first before.
Yeah. Like, he's with Booker T in House of Glory or whatever. Or, yeah, right. House of Glory. I think that's what it's called.
Reality of Wrestling.
Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah. So he's going to be there for a minute, just, learning the ropes and shit like that. So that's going to be good.
But yeah, back on Booker T. Like I said,
he's not ready. He's not ready.
I hate how they talk about how Booker T is not a good commentator. I'm like, bro, Booker T is literally one of the funniest commentators. Like, he brings that energy.
He does. Like, do people not remember when Batista got thrown through the announce table and he was like, Batista is down. Batista is down.
Yeah.
I love that shit. And when he was in TNA and he had the microphone and he was just commentating every fucking thing that he was doing.
Oh, that was a great TNA moment.
Do y'all remember that part? Was it Awesome Kong? And she was she had a little a faction, and y'all remember the girl who had the little, her face covered up or whatever. Freaking Booker. So they were walking in the ring, and freaking Booker T just decided to say, this girl is so ugly.
I remember this now.
She takes off her mask and bro. I forgot what he said, but it had to be it was like the wildest shit ever.
When did that happen? That would happen like during oh god, that happened a while ago.
Oh yeah. He said, this girl is so ugly. When you see her face in the daytime, you hope it turns to night. I'm like,
damn, that hurts.
we talked about it last week, but I can't stress enough how underrated Booker T is. Like, I understand he has all these accolades, but like he's very underrated when you compare him to like Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, Rey Mysterio, people like that.
I will always say this till the day I die. He should have won at WrestleMania 19 against Triple H.
I brought that up last week, man, and I'm still
like Booker T is really underappreciated. Like underappreciated, underrated. Like he needs more love. More love.
I don't think I would never forgive WWE for not putting the belt on him that day because like I said, like y'all try to build him up to like face adversity. Like I said, Triple H was saying, "Oh,
and that storyline too. I hate to say it, but that fucking storyline was like really like racy vibes. You know what I mean? Like it was just like what? I'm like
it was racially motivated. Like
motivated.
Can't do all this shit.
And people like to blame on Triple H about stuff like that for this reign tour. No, dude, that was Vince's. That was Vince. Yeah, that's Vince, bro. Like I hate to say it. You can say whatever you want about Triple H, I know, but like. But that is Vince all the way through. He's the same dude that made Kurt Angle say, like, you know, remember that one promo in 2006? I'm not gonna say what he said, but like he came up and he's like, and he's because he wasn't getting heat enough. Like they were trying to turn him into a heel. So Vince is like, all right, Kurt, I need you to say like really racist stuff. Like, no, bro. Like, why
people?
We're talking about that promo where he was like using the air quotations or whatever.
He called Sabu a member of the Taliban or something like that, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were trying to make it like a racially motivated feud, and you were thinking, oh, like Booker T, like he's going through so much adversity. The plan should be he wins the world title at Mania. The man does a whole pedigree. 30 seconds later, he finally decides to go pin him, and he wins. It's like,
if I was Booker T, I would have went into business for myself. I would have kicked out of that shit.
Bro, that might be the weirdest finish ever.
Yeah.
I don't go back to watch that match. I can't go back to watch that. That irks me.
I think Triple H is at fault here. Call me biased, but I think he is.
Shush and Triple H.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. Back then, Triple H had a lot to say about what he wanted in those matches, though.
Oh yeah, he had the golden shovel in his closet.
I'm not promo. He didn't have to say it, but he decided to say it. He could
have been like, Vince, I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't feel comfortable, bro. But you gotta remember, like back then, like if Vince told you to do something, you do it. You know what I mean? That's how it was back then.
Yes, Booker.
Yes, Booker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just saw that.
That man will always annoy me.
I know, I'm way ahead of y'all, but I saw that while we're talking.
Oh my goodness! Like Booker is a national treasure. Like
I don't know how people hate on him. I really don't. It's such. You know what? I think I said it in the chat earlier, but like I feel like people just like to nitpick and they like to find reasons to hate on something. And when, like, you know what I mean? It's so weird. I'm like, bro. So, like, when this, like, for instance, with Gunther, right? You know how, like, there was, like, the whole thing where for, like, a month or two where people just don't like Gunther anymore and they're just like, oh, his reign sucks and all this shit. Now it's like, you know, now it's like with Damian Priest. It's like, oh, like, yeah, I don't like Damian Priest. But now there's all this hate wagging about Booker T. It's like, bro, they just find stuff to just hate on for the sake of hating it. They have nothing better to do. And the only reason why they're doing it is so they can get clicks on their content.
Mm-hmm. Engagement. Engagement farming. Click farming, engagement farming.
Mm-hmm.
I'll always remember the whole thing with Booker when Jerry Lawler had got, I think, he had got carted out of Raw.
Hey, what Michael Cole says, what was it? He is suffering from anal bleeding.
Anal bleeding, yeah, that's right.
What? He was like, what? I'm like,
anal bleeding? What? What does that mean?
we're on national TV. That had to be the weirdest moment ever. All I could do was be in tears because it's like Booker T. What? Like
Anal bleeding. I remember that
No,
shit.
I think when Michael Cole said, I think Snickers to keep on sucking, and it just said
Oh
anal
yeah,
or something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Fucking Michael Cole or whatever. It's like Skittles or such.
Information on Jerry the King Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs, and well, with all due respect, he's also suffering from anal bleeding.
What?
What?
I remember that. That was like
sorry.
2013, 2012 around there. I remember seeing that live. I'm like, did he really just say that? Like, what
I
the
think that's when he
fuck?
had that match
Bro,
with
Booker
CM
T was
Punk.
all of us. Like, what?
I love how this last like 20 minutes has just been us glazing Booker T, but he deserves it, bro. Because Booker T is like one of the best.
he's a national treasure. Like
Yes, bro.
him and R-Truth are national treasures. I'm sorry.
Booker
Well,
I
shout out to
disagree with what
Michael
I
Cole
say.
for giving that line with a straight face. Like, he did not budge at all. I would
Oh, yeah.
die laughing if I were to read that out loud.
Yeah, I
Hey.
would have been like this.
Congrats,
I'm sorry, Bob.
congrats to Michael Cole because I seen earlier today that he signed a new extension with the company. So
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Congrats, because he was just
Hey.
on Logan Paul's podcast too. I think.
Oh, Michael Cole, yeah.
Hey, look, I'm not mad at it. You're one of the best to ever do it, man.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah. I remember back in the day when he would get so much shit. Remember those days?
Because
Yeah, but he was
the old
horrible.
man was in his ear. The old
Oh
man
yeah,
was
the
in
old
his ear.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
That shit.
I remember back when like people were saying he was the worst commentator ever, and
I
like
remember that.
those were wild times back then.
I'm
That
not
was
gonna
like that was when we were like fucking middle school and high school. They're like, oh, Michael Cole's the worst commentator ever. But lo and behold, once Vince is like off this shoulder, then he can actually be himself and actually do his job.
Yeah, because 2011 Michael Cole, I couldn't do it. 2011 Michael Cole, 2011, 2012 Michael Cole.
Don't get me started with his freaking WrestleMania match against Jerry Lawler.
No, he needs the undefeated streak taken away from him. I don't care.
Bro, that had to be one of the.
He does
I'm
not need
sorry,
that.
Deontay, because I know WrestleMania was in Atlanta, but that had to be one of the worst manias I've ever seen, bro. I'm sorry.
27, absolute worst. The only reason why it wasn't bad was because of Triple H versus Undertaker. That was literally the only salvageable thing out of that WrestleMania. That and
I think
wasn't it-
WrestleMania 9 might be worse. 32 is up there for being worse. Because
32 is horrible. Oh god.
Now,
The only good
27
match out of that match card was the women's match. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taker and Triple H definitely saved that whole show. Because
Undertaker did 100%.
God. 32-27. Oh
That
boy.
was my first Mania.
That you tended to or watch?
No, it's like to stay up to watch it live. I think I was like
okay.
10.
You said
I think I was
27?
like 9 or 10. Yeah.
Yeah, my first was like 26, I believe. Yeah, it was 26.
Damn, I started way earlier than you did because I did 22. 20. Oh no, was it 22? I think it was What was the one with Batista and Undertaker, or was it Mark Henry and Undertaker?
23.
Mark Henry and Undertaker 22. Yeah, 2006.
Yeah. That was the first one I watched. Yeah, that was the first one I watched. Yeah.
Well,
and the first one I attended to was 24. That was with Edge and Undertaker, Ric Flair's retirement match.
Oh man,
24.
That's a good.
I love that one
mania.
and 27 were the manias. I was supposed to go to 27, but we ended up not going, so we just bought the shit. I was like, yeah.
Would I love to go to 31? If I could go back in time, go to 31.
Yeah.
Yo, Jordan Grace is insane.
I'd probably go to.
Damn.
If I could go back to one.
You know she's only 28 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
is so crazy because you don't look 28. Like I'll be real with you guys. I thought she was in her mid 30s. But then I saw her age. I'm like, no fucking way. Really? She has so much time.
Yeah, she's definitely winning that NXT Women's title.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. She's probably gonna go up to the main roster and then win the title there.
Mhm.
I'm shocked they didn't just put her straight in the main roster.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know what though? I think this is the wise decision though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure she's gonna have like a Kevin Owens-esque run. She's only gonna be there for like a couple months and probably get called up.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
see
gotta
all
remember,
three of
like,
them.
they're gonna give Tiffany Trent some time, and they're gonna give like some other younger stars some time too. So if this gives Jordan Grace some time to develop, like with WWE, and then once all of those that woman roster is ready, they're gonna bring her up, and then they'll be like, okay, these are our established stars. These are the established feuds that we're gonna have. So I think that's why they're doing it.
I see all three women on the main roster before the end of the year.
Who's Stephanie, Julia, and Jordan?
Yeah.
if not then, the beginning of 2025,
2026, yeah. Oh, just think
Which
about
is
that
also
now.
unfortunate.
That woman's roster is gonna be fucking stacked.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
Stephanie's winning the world title. She's definitely winning the world title.
With those three, Mr. CTE has no reason. He has.
I'm pretty sure CTE is gonna cook with Julia and Stephanie because he's big with them. He's big with them Stardom girls because he was big with Asuka. He was big with.
Yeah, but, you're forgetting one thing. Julia will be in Damage Control, feuding with Asuka.
Bro, Damage Control is long gone, bro. I'm glad.
Yeah. Where the fuck has Asuka been, man?
Injured.
Injured.
Oh yeah, you're right. She's been injured.
But I thought she was coming back at Rumble because she was tweeting out that people were being crazy and fans are
yeah, dude. They're it's like the same thing with what's her face like years back. Remember who was the woman that got released by WWE? Remember her?
Oh, Sonya
Jordan Grace got the pin.
Remember her?
Oh,
yeah, dude. Remember that fan that stalked her online and all that crap? That shit was.
They did the same thing with Alexa Bliss too, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, these WWE
yeah,
like it's okay to mark out over a woman just like me, like, but don't be crazy like that, bro. Don't be weird. Don't be fucking weird like
here's
that.
Retribution. Retribution are here.
Oh shit.
I do need Asuka to return, and I miss my pirate princess.
Kyrie Sane.
Yes.
Another Tuesday, another Stephanie win.
Wait, is that what's his face? Who was that?
Mr. Stone.
Who the fuck is that? No one is safe.
Retribution.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Damn.
Hold on, what's going on back
That's
here?
Robert Stone, ain't it?
Let me see. That's Robert Stone. That has to be Robert.
Yeah, that's Robert Stone. Yep.
Damn, bro. Oh, I thought this nigga pants was off for a quick second. What the hell?
I didn't know who it was.
All right. W episode of NXT though. Great way to introduce Jordan Grace to the fucking brand.
I like the name Ricky Saints. I don't care what anyone says. I think that fits them really well.
It's going
as much as I want them to get named Ricky Starks, I understand why they did it.
It's gonna have to grow on me a little bit, but
Ricky Saints. I mean,
give me like a week or two, I'll be okay with it.
Yeah,
but I like it though.
I can't say the same for Cope though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I had to do with when Walter's name got changed to Gunther. Like
Gunther,
yeah, and it really grew on me too. Yeah,
I like Gunther a little bit better now. I really do. Walter was cool, but Gunther, yeah.
No, Walter was just that name has aura. Like like dude, if you didn't witness Walter, oh dude, you miss on so many. Like that dude was a menace. If people think that Gunther is a menace today. You should have watched him when he was with NXT UK when he was fat as shit.
Even before NXT,
bro was like 300 pounds and he was giving out
PWG, bro. When he used to wrestle Keith Lee, bro, fucking Darby Allin and shit, bro.
Yeah,
a big chunky Walter was the best Walter, bro. I swear.
When he was one scary dude.
When I seen him debut at NXT Blackpool or whatever, bro, yo, I lost it. When I heard that theme song,
when he confronted Pete Dunne.
When he confronted Pete, bro, yo, that was some crazy shit, bro. That was
I seen a clip on Twitter, him chopping the fuck out of Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm. Like when he wounded it up and everything, he's just like this, and he went.
Whoa. That thing sounds like a whip of a like a crack of a whip. It's insane.
Then
especially in those indie shows too, because you know how like indie shows they sound a lot different than like professional like shows like WWE or AEW. indie shows, it sounds like it legit hurts. It sounds like a whip of a crack of a whip.
But with his chops, you can tell that, bro. Like in NXT, his chops, you could tell they hurt. I'm like when the Dragunov matches, I felt so bad for Dragunov. I'm like,
Chest
bro,
was all red and shit, bro. Yeah.
Remember Sheamus? I know we're comparing like a newer Gunther than Walter, but like, remember like that match with Sheamus and all that, and like in the middle of the match, Sheamus had like bleeding chest because of those chops.
Bro, yes, that was a
That was crazy. It looked like legit like whiplashes. It was insane.
like how I'm scared for Gunther's chops. I used to be scared of Sheamus's 10 beats of the like. Bro, I'm
yeah.
like, yo, I'm like,
They look like they legit hurt your head. You look like you're about to get concussed afterwards.
because bro, Sheamus fights stiff, so
oh yeah.
Yeah. I think there was like it was a would you rather. I forgot what it was.
I know where this is going.
Would you rather take Braun Breaker's 5 spears, 30 Gunther chops, and I forgot the other one. And
Gunther chops.
yes.
I wouldn't take one Braun Breaker spear.
Yeah, they look like they legit hurt, bro. Like
Yeah,
look at his speed. Speed had a
Speed was going through it. That jump was crazy.
I'd be so scared selling that fucking spear, bro, because it looks like it comes at you with like it comes at you like a train. It's insane.
I would be so winded after the first one.
Yeah.
Absolutely fuck that.
But all right, I'm gonna end it off here today. Great conversations today. Great stream. I appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out. Returning favors.
We almost
haven't seen it
hours.
forever. Oh yeah, bro. It's been a minute since we did a long stream like this. I'm glad we're back into the groove of things, man. Beginning of the year, finding our way again. Perfect. But yeah, like I said, appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out as per usual. Until next time, see ya.
See ya.
Hey, y'all have a good one.